Bumgarner with 6, goes top, now left wing, Reynolds around the screen, Reynolds another 3!
Driving, kicking, back to McKinney, three-pointer, nothing but net!
It's time to tip off high school basketball on regional radio.
Stolen away by Gerstner. Gerstner on the run, right side layup, count it!
And he's going to come up with a steal here defensively, quickly the other way. Prater in transition, great bounce pass to Lunyu, and he'll lay it up and in with the left hand.
Your home for high school basketball in the Parkland area and throughout southeast Missouri is J98 The Boot, AM 800 KREI, AM 1400 KJEF, and online at mimoinfo.com.
28 seconds left in overtime. Hillsboro ball down by 2. Ethan Worley, top of the circle, finds Garrett Pinkley. Pinkley lays it up and in. Garrett Pinkley ties it up at 53.
Floats up a pass, it is stolen. A steal by Marco Burst, and he one-hand jams it!
Welcome to the Fleegs Equipment pregame show, brought to you in part by Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington. For all your lawn, farm, and garden equipment needs, let their family serve your family. On Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, on the outer service road at the Leadington exit, and online 24/7 at Fleegs.com.
And we welcome you to St. Paul Lutheran High School in Farmington, not too far from downtown in the heart of St. Francis County. We are glad to be with you here for another edition of high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. Hello, everyone. My name is Nathan Gertz. Thanks for tuning into the Fleegs Equipment pregame show as we're getting ready for a doubleheader tonight. Girls, then boys, as the Lesterville Bearcats come here to St. Paul to take on the hosting Giants. We are excited to bring you high school basketball tonight on regional radio, brought to you in part by our friends at Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington. Comtree of Festus, a Dale Run company in Park Hills, and Applebee's, Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate, and Cole's Tractor and Equipment, all in Farmington. This should be a fun one tonight. These two teams will see each other more than likely at the end of the year. They occupy the same Misha district, so they'll match up postseason basketball, getting a look at each other here as we get into the sort of halfway point of the regular season. Lesterville comes in having won 4 in a row. The Lady Bearcats are 7-2 under first-year head coach Melissa St. Jem. Impressive start for a team that has 6 players total on its roster, but a couple of those players are absolute dandies, led by 2 tremendous players, one a veteran, the senior point guard Leah Thomas, and up-and-coming freshman Reese Gray. St. Paul is 5-6. The Giants had lost 3 of their last 5 coming into tonight. They are also led by a great combination of youth and experience. Senior Paige Ames and freshman Briley Durbin have been the leading scorers on the year for the Giants as they try to pull back to 500 and score a win over a district foe. We had a chance to talk to both head coaches about it tonight, and you will get a chance to come inside the Middle Area College broadcast booth for interviews with both coaches after the break. We will hear from Lesterville in just a little bit, or rather from St. Paul in a little bit. We're going to talk to Lesterville head coach Melissa St. Jem on the other side of this timeout when the Fleegs Equipment pregame show continues next on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Have you ever misplaced your debit card and worried while you try to find it? Hi, Paul Hale here at New Era Bank, and our new app offers Secure Swipe. Secure Swipe allows you to turn your debit card on or off from the convenience of your cell phone. While your card is off, you have the safety of knowing that no one can access your account from your debit card. Download our new app today and get this and many other new features. Call or visit any of our locations to get more information, or visit our website at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, your local, home of the no bull deal. The word local, you've heard the phrase shop local, buy local, but do you really think exactly what that means? When you shop here at Lucas Smith, you put your trust in the hands of all of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local, and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
We welcome you back to the Fleegs Equipment pregame show. We're getting ready for high school basketball tonight in Farmington as St. Paul hosts Lesterville, and we have Bearcats girls head coach Melissa St. Jem with us. Girls are on a roll right now, starting to play well. They're starting to gel, and you were talking about how they've just got a feel for both chemistry and then also for the stamina of the game with the 6-player rotation that they have.
Yes, they're doing a lot better with that. Just really coming together as a team because, I'm mainly freshmen and sophomores. And I have the one senior who's never played with these freshmen. So, this summer it was a struggle just getting on, track with getting her with my philosophies because I've had these freshmen as junior high and I have also coached the sophomores, not as long as I've had the freshmen, but I did have them too. So just trying to get her to gel with this younger group. But I feel like it's really starting to come together. They're playing well together. She's a great player, our senior. So these younger players complement her very well, and they're just able to step up and, play at this varsity level. Better than I think a lot of people expected them to.
Well, one of those freshmen that I think has surprised people has been Reese Gray. She's been outstanding. She does everything for you, and she's starting to match Leah Thomas as far as being a scoring threat as well. So to have this sort of player already, I know you look ahead to the future and you think she's going to be something else by senior year.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, she's just all around. She can, she has a lot of growing to do still. We have a lot of stuff to work on, but just athletic. I mean, so yeah, it's definitely nice to have, a player like that can come in and, you're going to get double digits from them every single game. Most of the time, if she can stay out of foul trouble, that's one of the main things. Against Kingston, we struggled with fouls the other night. We finished the last minute in 44. We finished with 4 players. So, we still pulled it out, luckily. But that's one of the things we really need to work on is stop being so handsy, stay out of foul trouble.
That's one of your unique challenges this season. The challenge tonight with St. Paul, I imagine, building familiarity, knowing that you'll see this team probably at some point at the end of the year.
Yeah, they're in our district. We know we're going to see them again. So really this is kind of, filling them out, seeing, how we match up with them. I know there's some teams that we've played that they've already played. I feel like, it's going to be a pretty even matchup tonight. So it's just going to be whoever wants it more and whoever's going to play the hardest.
Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Melissa St. Jim, head coach of Lesterville. They're getting ready to take on St. Paul. Giants head coach Andy Sherrill will join us next when the Fleegs Equipment pregame show continues.
Hi, welcome to the UPS store.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this package.
Great, I can help you with that and every other ing.
Did you just say every other ing?
Printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs.
Shredding.
Yep.
Mailboxing.
Uh-huh.
Notarizing?
That too.
Wow, that's really some ing.
Now you're getting it.
The UPS store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS store in Festus. See us now at our new location at 650 North Creek Drive next to Tiger Express Car Wash.
In 1973, Comtree was established to meet a great need through opening a halfway house. The spark of meeting residents' needs continues to reignite in 2019. We've expanded our services to become the mental health safety net of Jefferson County while offering nationally recognized dental care and primary care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
We're back on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. We start off a doubleheader of high school basketball tonight. Girls hoops as St. Paul hosts the Lesterville Bearcats. Giants head coach Andy Sherrill is joining us. A lot of young talent that stepped in, and Bradley Durbin as a freshman in particular is giving you a scoring boost, but also she does a little bit of everything. And considering she's, not a big dominant physical force, that has to be such a nice thing to see a freshman that scraps and claws and makes all the little plays.
Yeah, she really does. We told her when she enrolled that it was basically, here's the keys to the bus. You take us as far as you want. And she is the kind of the engine that makes the thing go, and has been a reason for us to get off to a pretty good start for us as far as wins go. And those will be key in us handling pressure tonight, for sure.
Honestly, up until the 3 of the last 5 that you'd lost, you had been playing pretty well to get the season going. And you've got some veteran players. I imagine having girls like Payne James comes back, that helped you have some stability here right at the start of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a nice mix. It's kids in all 4 grades that get lots of minutes for us. We're kind of, after the first couple of kids, we're really about the same, so we can able to rotate a lot of kids, and that's been good for us. We played a really difficult schedule. I don't think anybody's really played out of Class 1, the size of schools we have, and some teams have beat us pretty bad, but hopefully that shows that we'll be ready for a game like tonight against Class 1 school, against a school in our district. So this is a big one.
Yeah, hopefully that schedule has challenged you to a point where you get a Lesterville team that you know probably have to go through at the end of the year. They're always really good, and it's the type of team where even though they've got 6 players, every single one of the girls that are out there, they can ball.
Yeah, it's right. They could have a 12-team bench and 12 girls on the bench, but the 6 that rotate through do a nice job, and they know how to play and have been playing. So it's going to be one of those things where I really think that tempo is going to make a difference. They do some pressure and do some stuff, but I don't think they want to play quite as fast as we're going to try and play tonight. A little bit of a hair-on-fire approach, but we'll see if that translates to turning them over or just turning us over a bunch, and that's probably going to be what the difference in the game.
Either way should be up and down and fun, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
Andy Sherrill, head coach of St. Paul. They're getting ready to take on Lesterville. We got high school girls basketball coming your way on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College, Jefferson College, and you.
We welcome you back to coverage of high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Gateway Motors of Fredericktown and the Gateway Region YMCA in St. Louis. Let's take a look at how these two teams have been doing coming into tonight's matchup as we look at our Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy scoreboard. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy is committed to improving the health of their patients and positively impacting the communities that they serve. We mentioned Lesterville winning 4 in a row coming into tonight, and you heard head coach Melissa St. Jem reference it in pregame. Their last win coming back on Friday night, they beat Kingston at Kingston 64-45. They were up so big late in that game that when they ended up dealing with foul trouble and had 2 players knocked out of their 6-girl roster, so they were down to 4 players that they had on the floor, they were still able to win comfortably over the Cougars to make it 4 in a row. They also beat Clearwater and Summersville right before the holiday break as part of this run that has gotten them to 7-2. Meanwhile, for St. Paul, they've actually lost 4 of their last 6 overall since a 3-2 start to the season. And they come in tonight at 5-6. Most recently, they played Valley Catholic this past Thursday night, lost in St. Genevieve 65-44. That snapped a run of back-to-back victories that they had over Meadow Heights and Bourbon, both pretty convincingly, 53-23 and 53-27, respectively. So it'll be interesting to see how the Giants respond tonight on their home floor against the Bearcats as we go ahead and introduce you to the ladies that'll be out on the floor to get things started tonight as we look at our starting lineups for this evening, brought to you by Presbyterian Manor, the way you want to live. Start Lesterville, as we mentioned, only 6 players on the roster, so you got 1 person on the bench. Their starting 5 will include senior point guard Leah Thomas, and she is joined out there by 3 freshmen, Piper Fitzgerald, Grace Hicks, and we mentioned the very talented Reese Gray in pregame. Aaliyah Myers gets the start tonight, a sophomore. Peyton Sanders, the other sophomore, is going to be coming off the bench for St. Paul. And head coach Andy Sherrill, their starting lineup includes 2 seniors. The captains, Paige Ames, the leading scorer on the year for the Giants, Paige Ames. She comes in averaging just shy of 11 points per game on the season. She's actually the second leading scorer on the year, averaging about 10 a game. Freshman point guard Briley Durbin is the leading scorer on the year for St. Paul. She comes in averaging just shy of 11 points per game, but also averages 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2.5 steals per contest. She does a little bit of everything for the Giants. The other starting senior, the post player, very talented post player, the 6'1" Isabel Carroll down low for St. Paul. And they're joined in the starting lineup by juniors Holly Davis and Riley Dietrich. Those are tonight's starting lineups. We're just about ready to get this one underway. It's Lesterville and St. Paul. Girls High School Hoops is coming up next on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Sam from the Jefferson County YMCA inviting you to join the Y. Pay no joining fee in January, saving up to $100. Whether you're looking to get healthy, make new friends, or spend more time together as a family, the Y will help you succeed. Enjoy group exercise and water fitness classes for free. Try pickleball, swim in the pool, or walk the indoor track. Take advantage of our free wellness consultations, fantastic personal training options, free child watch for household members, and so much more. Call 636-931-9622, visit gwrymca.org, or stop by the Y today.
Well, let's check in with Josh Harris now at Midwest Sports Center in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and soon to be in Festus. Josh, the winter weather is here, but that doesn't mean there's still not fun to be had when you're dealing with Midwest Sports Center, right?
That's right. You know what? The fun's just beginning. You can come by and see us. We got great prices on side-by-sides, ATVs, street bikes, lawnmowers, watercraft, whatever you're looking for, on the road, off the road, or on the water. Midwest Sports Center, your ultimate outdoor toy store.
Stop by and see Midwest Sports Center today for all your outdoor fun.
You can enjoy a hot tub year-round, but nothing beats slipping into a hot tub when it's chilly out. Hi, I'm Megan Osbar, manager of Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. When you invest in a hot tub, you're investing in relaxation and therapy for your family. We can get you and your family into a new hot tub, and we can service your existing hot tub. Any brand, model, or year. Find us online at homepoolsandspas.net and on the outer road just south of the Leadington exit.
Champions are made here. On our courts, on our fields, and in our classrooms. Why settle for ordinary when you could be part of greatness? Mineral Area College. Become a Cardinal today.
Hey, if you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills lately, then you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture. Man, the selection is as good now as it's ever been. And that's saying something. Seriously, stop by and say hi to Chris and Jamie. The first thing you'll notice is just how nice they are. They won't hard sell you at all. They'll just let you look around and offer you help when you need it. And we're talking about really nice furniture, too, from some of the best-known brand names in the business. Hey, maybe that's why Patsy's Furniture is my only stop when I do my furniture shopping. Patsy's Furniture, right off Highway 67 at the Parkway Drive exit. You'll love to shop at Patsy's.
For 57 years, the staff at Farmington Presbyterian Manor have dedicated ourselves to providing our community the best independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, and short-term rehab. We are proud to be part of the Parkland community and provide the quality health care you deserve. Call 573-756-6768 today and schedule a visit to find out more about Farmington Presbyterian Manor.
Time to get it underway between the Lesterville Bearcats and the St. Paul Giants for high school girls basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by New Era Bank. It's easy to save your coins and change with New Era Bank's Roundup Savings. To see how easy it is, visit your local New Era Bank branch or go online to newerabank.com. That's New Era Bank, member FDIC. Here at Thomas Gymnasium, the home of the St. Paul Giants. They are in their home whites with black trim on the jerseys, black stripes down the side of the shorts, black numbers and letters, St. Paul written across the chest. Lesterville Road red with black numbers and letters. Lady Bearcats written across the front with the letters and numbers in a white trim. Black on the shoulders with some black and white stripes as well on the side of the shorts. Tonight's uniform check is brought to you by Serenity Hospice Care. Peace of mind when it matters most. Visit them at serenityhospicecare.org. St. Paul wins the tap. They will go to the bucket to our right here on the far side of the gymnasium where we're set up near the scorer's table. Kick out top of the key area for St. Paul. That's Briley Durbin, the talented freshman running the show. Now Paige Ames throws it back, gets it on the far side. Jumper from the right wing is not going to go. Rebound by big Isabel Carroll, and she puts it back up and in. Carroll 6'1". She can be a force on the glass. Not known as a scorer big time, but comes up with a putback there on offense. And St. Paul gets the first bucket of the night. Here's a post up, right block, far side of the floor. Reese Gray tries to put it up around the defender, doesn't go. Got her own board. Kick out far side wing, Piper Fitzgerald. Right now, looks like 2-3 zone defensively for St. Paul. Leah Thomas running the show. Point guard, middle of the floor. Picked up her dribble. Gives back far side wing to Fitzgerald. Tried to lob it on the block to Hicks. Tapped out. Gray comes up with the loose ball. Kick to Thomas. Now back to Fitzgerald in the corner. Bounce pass on the baseline. Hicks. Gray will throw it high off the glass and hard around a double team, and she got fouled going to the bucket. They will get it. The first foul of the night on Riley Dietrich, as Reese Gray, freshman who's averaging about 14 points a game coming into tonight for Lesterville, also 13 rebounds and 3 steals per contest. Splashes home the first free throw, hits the second too. That's a good sign because she's been shooting it well. She rebounds, she makes plays defensively. One area she's been struggling this year, 52% at the free throw line. Knocks a pair down there though to tie things up at 2 here early. St. Paul turns it over, coming the other way. Pass too high that time from Dietrich to Carroll. So Bearcats have it back as they see a little full court pressure here early. Lobbing it ahead across the timeline, Thomas throws it far side of the floor. Fitzgerald tried to get it on the block to Aaliyah Myers, and instead ball gets knocked away out of bounds. They say it's last off of Lesterville. Looks like Gray and Hicks both going for that loose ball, couldn't get to it. Lesterville shows full court pressure defensively, gets a steal. Nice job by Fitzgerald. Off to Gray, throw it in the paint, middle of the floor. Thomas can't finish with the turnaround right hand. Put back attempt by Gray doesn't go either. Rebound inside, cleared by Carroll. St. Paul the other way, a minute and a half in, we're tied at 2. Durbin, right wing, gives it in the corner. Over to Davis, gets it back. Feeds high post area, Carroll. Kick it far side wing. Paige James the head fake, driving baseline. Banks it high off the left glass and in. Good cut to the bucket by Paige James, and her first field goal of the night gives St. Paul a 4-2 edge. Trying to break the pressure. Gray throws it up ahead, gets it back from Fitzgerald. Now give it here left wing. Thomas, head fake, puts it on the deck with a right-hand dribble. Cross-court pass far side. Fitzgerald, catch and shoot for 3. Just a little short. Rebound comes its way out to Ames. St. Paul will come the other way. Not necessarily a prolific offensive team coming into tonight as Durbin drives left side of the paint and gets fouled going to the rim. The Giants came in this evening averaging a little less than 41 points per game. Shoot it 30% from the field as a team, just 15% from beyond the arc. But aggressive here early. Briley Durbin, leading scorer on the year, just shy of 11 points a game for St. Paul at the free throw line. First to 2 is going to rattle in and out. Durbin coming into this evening at the free throw line so far this season, shooting it at about 41%. She hits the second for her first point of the night. St. Paul's lead is 5-2, about 2 minutes into the game. Full court pressure from the Giants defensively leads to a blocking foul. They call it on Holly Davis, so the first 2 fouls of the night whistled against St. Paul. Getting it in against the pressure, Piper Fitzgerald. Pass is deflected at midcourt. Loose ball, throwing it ahead that time. Davis tried to lob it up the floor to Briley Durbin. It's too far, though. Goes out of bounds on the baseline. St. Paul, though, looking good here early, showing a 1-2-1-1 full court zone pressure. Thomas trying to break it. Lob pass far side to Fitzgerald. Good pass on the run. Gray can't finish around the rim, though. Rebound is loose. They fight for it on the right block, and we got a whistle and a tie ball. Possession arrow is going to give it to Lesterville. So Bearcats to inbound. 5.5 left here, first quarter. Inbounding is the Gray, rather, far side of the floor, rather Grace Hicks. We had a whistle, and it's an offensive foul. They call it on Reese Gray. That's her first personal, second on Lesterville. 2 team fouls apiece here at the start. Trying to break little 1-2-1-1 full court zone pressure for Lesterville. This is Davis, gets it across. Durbin, high post area, lob it to Carroll. Throw it, cutting back to the bucket is Dietrich. Carroll got the loose ball, throws up a shot, it doesn't go. Rebound inside Paige James, goes back up strong with the right hand, lays it up and in. Good work by Paige James. She's got a pair of buckets early, and St. Paul has the 7-2 lead. Thomas trying to go coast to coast, has her pocket picked. Holly Davis with the steal. The other way for the Giants, throws it to Durbin far side, lost it for a second, got it back, threw it up with the left hand and got fouled. Reese Gray getting back in transition is going to pick up her second personal, and that hurts every team when a star player picks up 2 quick fouls. But for a team with just 6 players, it hurts even more. Melissa St. Jem brought it up as They had just 4 players on the floor in their last game, their big win over Kingston on Friday night. Here's Durbin at the free throw line, rattles home the first of 2. Subs for the first time tonight for both sides. Peyton Sanders takes the place of Gray for Lesterville, and St. Paul brings Riley Petty, a sophomore, in the place of Dietrich. Second free throw rattled home as well for Durbin. 3 of 4 at the stripe early for her. It's a 9-2 St. Paul lead here, opening 3 minutes. Lobbing it against the pressure, Hicks gets it to Thomas. Now switch it back near side of the floor, Sanders. Try to give it off to Fitzgerald. Ball gets knocked loose. Petty comes up with a loose ball. Giants the other way. Left-hand dribble Durbin. Now comes behind the back as she gets to the middle of the floor. Give it off here near side wing. Gets it right back from Davis. High post area, Carroll. Throw it left block. Petty wasn't ready. Instead, she kicks it out in the corner far side. Aims the head fake. Goes baseline. 5-foot jumper. Rolls home. Paige Ames has 6 early points, and St. Paul has an 11-2 lead here in the first quarter. 4.5 left in the opening period. We have our first time out tonight, brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. You'll love to shop at Patsy's on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills. We'll be back in a moment. St. Paul 11, Lesterville 2. This is high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
There's no need to be scared of flu season. Just say boo to the flu and head over to Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy for your flu shot. It's the perfect way to protect you and your family, and no appointment is necessary. Just pop in when you have time, and we will have you on your way in just a few minutes. Cash prices are available, or we're happy to bill your insurance. We know you have better things to do than be stuck at home with a nasty case of the flu. Come see us at Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Deloge, Fredericktown, Ironton, and Farmington.
You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you by the Gifford Lumber Company and Hearing Care Partners, both in Farmington. Not so very distant peek into the future with our Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule. We have, of course, the boys' game tonight between Lesterville and St. Paul coming your way. Tip-off set for around 6:30 this evening right here on the Sports Stream. This broadcast schedule brought to you by Hearing Care Partners. Listen so you can hear. St. Paul with a steal out of the timeout, already leading Lesterville 11-2. Here's a catch and shoot right wing 3 for Holly Davis. It's too long. We got a whistle and a foul underneath the bucket after the shot. They got Riley Petty for a push-off defensively. Her first personal, 3 team fouls apiece here with 4 minutes left in the opening period. Still a 1-2-1-1 full court pressure. Thomas trying to break it for Lesterville, gets it right back on a quick touch from Grace Hicks. She'll bring it across the time on the right-hand dribble, throws it in the corner far side of the floor. Piper Fitzgerald pulls the trigger for 3, can't knock it down. Rebound pulled down inside by Isabel Carroll. 6'1" senior hands off to the freshman point guard Durbin. She looks to attack going coast to coast. Got to her right hand, couldn't finish. Rebound out to Davis, throws it back up and in. Holly Davis getting in on the action, and how about St. Paul? A 13-2 lead here halfway through the first quarter. Thomas, cross-court pass, tipped, it's loose. Sanders trying to wrestle it back away from Petty and Carroll. We get a whistle, Ty Ball's going to give it back to Lesterville. Sub made for St. Paul. Holly Davis takes a seat. We get to see senior guard Emily Snyder for the first time tonight for the Giants. Lesterville also showing full court pressure. Looks more like man-to-man. Durbin trying to dribble out of it, gets it up ahead to Ames, who will bring it across midcourt with a left-hand dribble, and she got bumped and fouled. On the far side of the floor, a little push-off whistle. They're going to get Grace Hicks. That's her first personal. Lesterville, we mentioned, just 6 players on the roster, and Melissa St. Jem brought it up in pregame. They're fouling too much of late. Already 14 fouls here. 2 on star freshman Reese Gray, who's on the bench. Durbin, nice up and under, move to the bucket, laid it up and in high off the glass with the right hand. What a pretty move to the rim. Riley Durbin averages about 11 a game. She's got 5 here early. It's 15-2 St. Paul. Peyton Sanders throwing it in the corner far side of the floor. Piper Fitzgerald nearly got it back, but it's stolen away. Isabel Carroll. Giants forcing turnovers left and right defensively. 3 minutes left first quarter. Durbin attacking in transition. Throws it high off the glass to the right hand. Got it to roll home. Riley Durbin with 7, and it's a 15-point St. Paul lead. 3 minutes left first quarter. Thomas ahead of the pack, looking to go coast to coast herself. Got bumped right at the rim. And we got a foul. Thomas a little out of control, but she draws the blocking foul inside on Riley Petty. That's her second. 4th team foul on St. Paul. Lesterville went cold offensively in one of their 2 losses of the year to South Iron early and never really recovered. They're struggling here at the start, down 17-2. Thomas spinning at the free throw line area, now at the baseline. Kicks out, left corner three. Catch and shoot, doesn't go for Grace Hicks. Piper Fitzgerald got the offensive board, couldn't throw it up and in. Fight for the rebound again. Hicks gets it for the Bearcats. Top of the key now, around the screen, pulling up jumper Thomas on the right elbow, doesn't go. Rebound tapped out of bounds, last off of Paige Ames and St. Paul. Another sub for the Giants. We're going to see Ashlyn Sheets, a sophomore, for the first time tonight. She takes the place of Riley Petty. Danelle Reese, a senior, also going to get in there, taking the place of fellow senior Carroll. A lot of height for St. Paul in the post and a lot of depth, obviously. Catch and shoot out of the inbounds. Top of the key. Three ball is banked high off the glass and in. Leah Thomas with a wry smile. She can't believe she knocked that down either. That's the first field goal of the game for Lesterville. They still trail 17-5. St. Paul, though, turns it right back over. A carry called on Durbin at half court. Leah Thomas coming into tonight for Lesterville, shooting it at 37% from beyond the arc, 33% overall. Got a little help from the glass on that last one. Gets it on the inbound right wing, pulls up off the dribble, left open for three, can't knock it down. Long rebound is going to go out of bounds on the sideline. Thomas had some space, couldn't knock it down though. Reese Gray on the bench with 2 fouls, second leading scorer on the year for Lesterville. She shoots it at a whopping 53% from three. Durbin looking to go coast to coast the other way for St. Paul. Got to the rim with the right hand, threw it high off the glass, got fouled. Briley Durbin has already been at the free throw line 4 times tonight, hit 3. The whistle and the foul is on Peyton Sanders, her first, team's 5th. Durbin splashes home the first of a pair. Mentioned a moment ago, coming into tonight, Durbin is shooting it at 41% from the free throw line, so she's honestly doing well here at the start. Misses the second, though, so she's 4 of 6. Rebound fought for inside, though, picked up offensively. Durbin went and got her own miss and got fouled trying to put it back up and in. They get it on Grace Hicks, which is her second. 16 fouls, so none to give the rest of the half for Lesterville. Otherwise, St. Paul shooting free throws. Durbin at the line, hits 1 of 2. So she's now 5 of 7, and she's got 9 points in this first quarter. Second one rolls in and out. Rebound picked up inside by Sheets. She gives it off to Snyder. They fight for the second board. This one picked up defensively by Hicks, and now we got a reach-in foul on St. Paul. St. Paul forcing turnovers left and right and cleaning up the glass. As they called that reach-in foul on Ashlyn Sheets. It's her first personal. It's the 15th foul on St. Paul. So a lot of fouls both ways. Now St. Paul fouls again. Snyder called for the reach-in, her first. So 16 fouls apiece with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Going to be shooting a lot of free throws here before we get to halftime. Both teams playing an aggressive full-court pressure defensively as well. They want to reach in and be handsy. Throw in for Lesterville here by Grace Hicks, knocked away by Durbin out of bounds on the baseline, so Hicks will throw it in again. Face guarded there on the baseline by Danelle Reese. Hicks throws it in here near side of the floor. Thomas will get it. Double team, try to pass out of it, throwing it far side of the floor. Piper Fitzgerald wasn't ready, and it goes out of bounds into the stands. We remind you that coverage of high school basketball on regional radio and the MyMo Info Sports Stream is brought to you by Jefferson College in Hillsboro and Gilster Mary Lee of Perryville. Ames trying to inbound, does get it in. Top of the key area to Davis. She dribbles it out with the right hand here near side of the floor. Give it back high post. Ames trying to work her way through contact. Threw it high off the glass and in. What a move to the bucket by Paige Ames. She's got 8 early points. It's a 21-6 lead for Lesterville. As we have a loose ball by Piper Fitzgerald. Lost it trying to work the other way in transition. Another Lesterville turnover. Giants get it back under 2 minutes left first quarter. It'll be Durbin to bring it up with a right-hand dribble. Gives it off here on the near side wing to Davis. She attacks baseline, goes to the rim, threw it off the side of the backboard. Defensive rebound cleared by Hicks. Lesterville the other way. Thomas a right-hand dribble, gets to the middle of the floor, gets bumped right at the rim, and they call a charge. Ashlyn Sheets was just standing there in the middle of the floor. Thomas more than initiated the contact. That's an easy call for a charge. That should be her first personal, it is, and that's the 17th foul. With a minute and a half left in the first quarter, that means the next one will be a team foul. That one doesn't count for free throws just yet, but St. Paul is going to be in the bonus the rest of the half as we got a whistle, and Briley Durbin trying to hop-step her way around the defender. Thomas is going to be called for a walk. So minute 15 left in the first quarter. It is 21-6, St. Paul on top. Inbounding Hicks, tried to get it middle of the floor, and she didn't get it in time. 5 seconds. Yet another Lesterville turnover here in the first quarter. So Giants to inbound underneath their bucket, far side of the floor. Durbin. She will look to lob it out, high post area, gets it into to Riley Dietrich, who's back out there for St. Paul. Give it off Davis, cuts to the baseline, right-hand floater doesn't go. Fitzgerald, the defensive rebound, had it poked away. Carroll comes up with a loose ball. Couldn't throw it high off the glass, but Davis will clean it up as well and lay it in. Holly Davis has 4 points, 23-8 St. Paul, final minute first quarter. Hicks, bounce pass against the pressure, gets it back on a quick touch from Thomas, throws it up ahead here near sideline Fitzgerald. Across the time on the right-hand dribble, goes around the screen from Myers, throws it on the block to Hicks, who's fouled at the rim. And now both teams in the bonus as the first quarter starts to come to a close. The whistle and the personal is on Riley Dietrich, which was her second. Everybody fouling here early. A couple different players in foul trouble both ways here at the start as Hicks goes to the free throw line and is nothing but nylon on the first of two. So she's 2 of 3 at the stripe here to get things started. Second one for Hicks is going to rim off no good. Carroll the defensive rebound. 23-7, St. Paul with possession. Final 40 seconds of the first quarter. Durbin with it, right-hand dribble for the Giants, middle of the floor. Gives it off here near side wing to Davis. Looking high post area, got it to Carroll at the free throw line area, but picked up her pivot foot and walked. Lesterville gets it back. Trying to break this St. Paul full court pressure. Bounce pass by Hicks here near side of the floor to Thomas. She will dribble and get it across the timeline. Throws it far side wing to Sanders. Quick feed on the block. Bounce pass back here Fitzgerald near side of the floor to Myers. And a whistle and a reach-in foul. They're going to get Holly Davis, which that should be her second personal. That's team foul number 8. So 1-1 is coming here for Grace Hicks. So Aaliyah Myers, sophomore, at the free throw line, coming into tonight so far this season, just 17%. She can't earn the back half as she misses one off the front iron, no good. Rebound gets tapped out of bounds, though. Lesterville will keep it. 22 seconds left. Catch on the elbow. Fitzgerald bounce pass baseline. Sanders pulls up for the jumper. It doesn't go. Grace Hicks got an offensive rebound and got fouled. They'll call it inside on Olivia Ayers, who's in there for the first time tonight for St. Paul. So her first personal is team foul number 9. Whistles left and right in this first quarter. Hicks, who's 2 of 4 at the stripe so far tonight. They say that was in the act of shooting, so she gets a pair, misses the first. 17 seconds left. Lesterville is a team coming into tonight, shoots it at 57% from the free throw line. 1 of 2 there for Hicks, splashes the second. It's a 15-point game. 17 seconds left in the opening period. Briley Durbin will get it across the timeline, calls that the set. Right-hand dribble, face guard at top of the key by Thomas. Around the screen, goes far side of the floor, left-hand dribble, tries to attack baseline, kicks out over to Dietrich. 6 seconds, down to 5. Top of the key area, catch and shoot. Snyder, knocked down a triple. Emily Snyder hits a 3, and the first quarter comes to a close. Snyder off the bounce, wasn't ready, but she pulled the trigger late in the quarter and hit it anyways. And her bucket there, her first of the game at the end of the period, makes it 26-8, St. Paul over Lesterville. Great start for the Giants on their home floor against the Red Hot Bearcats. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Are you ready for an exciting new career that offers job security, flexibility, and independence? Rankin Technical College in Perryville is now accepting student applications for a 5-week CDL training class. The Gilster Mary Lee Corporation will provide the necessary funding for program training. If your application is approved, you'll receive a benefits package, which includes miles paid by the hub, paid downtime, unloading allowances, vacation, Christmas, and holiday bonuses, plus insurance. Call Mike Welker at 800-851 won 53-71.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patient Jack, hospice isn't about giving up. It's not about the end. It's about right now. It's about spending precious time with the people we love.
Come on, Grandpa.
And the little moments that create lasting memories. It's focusing on what's important to you and remembering life is beautiful in all stages.
We welcome you back to coverage of high school basketball on regional radio and the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Lucas Smith Chrysler Center of Festus and your local area McDonald's. Still looking for our McDonald's fast break of the game, although St. Paul has made plenty of plays defensively, leading to easy buckets, and the Giants have a 26-7 lead over Lesterville here as we start the second quarter. Giants, who came in having lost 4 of their last 6, really trying to turn it around. Off to a fast start here. Here's a jumper on the baseline. High arcing shot by Reese Gray doesn't go. Star Lesterville freshman missed much of that first quarter with 2 fouls. Briley Durbin coast to coast for St. Paul. Can't finish. Saved her miss underneath the baseline, but they do say she stepped out of bounds. Kind of a tale of 2-star freshman Reese Gray, who's been fantastic for Lesterville, averaging 14 points, 12 rebounds a game, missing much of the first quarter with foul trouble. Meanwhile, talented freshman point guard Briley Durbin for St. Paul had 9 points in the opening quarter. She averages team best 11 a game. Off to a fast start here. Ball knocked out of bounds, far side of the floor. Lesterville inbounding. Grace Hicks gets it over to Leah Thomas. She brings it across half court, picked up a dribble middle of the floor. Gives it off here, left wing, catch and shoot for 3. Piper Fitzgerald, it's too long. Grace Hicks got an offensive rebound, throws it up off the glass, no good. Cleared underneath by Isabel Carroll. St. Paul the other way. Durbin, lob pass, underneath towards Petty. Deflected. Carroll got it back middle of the floor. Kick out, right side jumper, knocked down. Emily Snyder hit a big 3 right before the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. Snyder hits that mid-range jumper to make it a 21-point St. Paul lead here a minute into the second quarter. Thomas against transition, kicks out in the corner. Hicks on the right block, feed Fitzgerald. Around Carroll, couldn't finish, and there's a whistle and a foul. She was actually defended inside by Riley Petty. Reach-in foul is going to be on St. Paul. It's going to be on Petty. That's her 3rd personal. Team foul number 10. St. Paul, if they did one thing wrong in that opening quarter, they fouled a ton. And so the double bonus now, the rest of the half. Still 7 minutes left in the second quarter for Lesterville as Piper Fitzgerald goes to the line and splashes home the first of a pair. Sub made for St. Paul. Holly Davis back out there in place of Petty. Second free throw also good for Fitzgerald. Her first points of the night make it 28-9. Far side of the floor, Ames gives it on the corner to Davis. Now throw it in the block to Carroll. Back to Durbin. Head fake. Got to the middle of the lane. Had the ball poked away, though. Taken out by Hicks. Gray comes up with the loose ball. Lesterville the other way. Thomas ahead to Fitzgerald in transition. She puts it up and in. Piper Fitzgerald with the last 4 for Lesterville. Still down, though, 28-11. 6.5 left first half. Across the timeline, across the shield with the cross, the logo for the Giants at midcourt is Durbin. Gives it top of the key area to Ames. Coming back to the basketball now, middle of the floor, Carroll. Give it off here, right wing. Durbin lobs on the block, spinning back to her left hand. Ames got fouled, middle of the paint. And got fouled going up to the rim. Paige James got hacked that time by Fitzgerald, or by Thomas, rather. So that's her 2nd personal. Team foul number 8. St. Paul is at least going to have the 1-and-1 the rest of the half. As Ames heads to the stripe. She had 8 points in that opening quarter, and she splashes home the first of a pair at the stripe. Paige James averaging just about 10 points per game coming into tonight, as well as about 4 rebounds a game. She shoots it at 35% from the free throw line, but perfect on that trip. And she's got double figures in this first half. St. Paul's lead is 30-11. Gray nearly had it poked out top of the key. It is knocked loose as Leah Thomas can't come up with it. They fight for the loose ball on the far side wing. Whistle for a tie ball. Possession arrow will give it back to St. Paul. Giants have led by as much as 21 so far here in this first half. They're up 30-11 at the moment. 6 minutes left in the first half. Durbin to bring it across half court with a right-hand dribble. The freshman point guard gives to the senior forward Ames on the far side wing. Back to Carroll at the top of the key, cutting to it. Now give it off Snyder. middle of the floor with a right-hand dribble. Face guarded by Grace Hicks. Lob it baseline, far side Durbin. Got it on the block to Carroll. Threw it high off the glass, didn't go. Ball knocked around on the rebound, out of bounds, last off of Lesterville. Isabel Carroll is 6'1", a force inside, a good rebounder and good defender. Not quite refined in her postgame just yet, though. Rebound stays with St. Paul's. Inbounds to Ames, cutting to the bucket. Couldn't finish with the right hand. Carroll got the rebound. Ball got knocked loose. Right elbow area. Shot blocked by Davis, by Thomas. Trying to go coast to coast, Leah Thomas. Couldn't finish at the rim. After the shot block, Holly Davis comes up with a defensive board. And now a whistle and a timeout called by St. Paul after the ball was nearly knocked loose. Leah Thomas with a great hustle play defensively. But St. Paul still leads Lesterville 30-11. 5.5 left in the first half. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's sounds so good, doesn't it? Hi, I'm Amy Cousins, General Manager of Applebee's in Farmington. You and a friend can start with 2 side salads or an appetizer to share, then choose any 2 full-size entree from the 2 for $20 dinner lunch menu. Or pick 2 items to create your own combo meal from the classic or signature lunch combo menu. Soups, salads, chicken feet, a roll-up, clubhouse grill, or chicken tenders. There's so much to choose from, and it's all under $10. Dine in or call it in. Applebee's on Cars Boulevard in Farmington.
St. Paul off to a red-hot start in their home court of Thomas Gymnasium. They've gotten 9 points from freshman point guard Briley Durbin and 10 from senior forward Paige Ames. They lead Lesterville 30-11 here early stages second quarter. Ames nearly had their inbounds pass stolen away out of the timeout. Coming up with the loose ball, though, is Molly Clements, a sophomore, into the game for the first time tonight. Give it off top of the key now. Carroll throws it here right wing. Open is Briley Durbin for the long 2-pointer. Can't knock down the jumper. Ames got the rebound, but they'll call her for over the back. So Paige Ames is going to get her first personal. And we're going to have free throws here on the other end because that was the 11th team foul this half on St. Paul. So 2 free throws coming for Reese Gray. We mentioned came in averaging great numbers in her freshman season for the Bearcats. 14 points, 13 rebounds, 3 steals per contest. Shoots at 45% from the field, 53% from beyond the arc. The one area she struggles, though, is at the free throw line. Hit her first 2 tonight. First to 2 here is off the back iron, no good. 5 minutes left in the first half. Second one splashed home. All 3 of Gray's points are at the free throw line tonight. Makes it 30-12 as St. Paul comes the other way with the lead. Durbin, crossover dribble here to her right, throws it high post area, free throw line. Carroll had it stripped away and knocked loose. Coming up with the loose ball on the steal, Hicks, looking to go coast to coast. Grace Hicks at the rim, laid it in. Good defensive play by Grace Hicks. Good time for her first field goal. She's got 5 points. Make it a 30-14 game. Far side, less than 5 minutes left first half. Clements throws it out, top of the key. Ames, head fakes, goes middle of the paint. Right-hand floater in the lane, no good, but a blocking foul at the rim, and they're going to get Reese Gray. And that will hurt Lesterville as their star freshman just picked up her 3rd personal here in the first half. It's team foul number 9 on Lesterville. So the next one gives the Giants the double bonus the rest of the half as Paige Ames just hit a pair of free throws a moment ago, and she's going to rattle home the first of 2 here. We remind you the coverage of high school basketball on regional radio is brought to you by Midwest Sports Center in Farmington and Mineral Area College in Park Hills. Midwest Sports Center halftime show coming up at the break here. We'll preview the boys' game between Lesterville and St. Paul and look back on how this one went as the second free throw is no good by Ames. And we had an inadvertent buzzer, which will lead to the possession arrow, determining who had it when they were fighting for the rebound. It gives it to Lesterville. So Bearcats do get it back after the missed free throw by Ames, who's 3 of 4 at the line tonight. Game high 11 points. St. Paul lead 31-14. Pass nearly stolen inside from Peyton Standers. Now Hicks threw a shot up, had it blocked by Ames, and trying to get the rebound, she ended up stepping on the baseline out of bounds. Great hustle defensive play, though, by Paige Ames. Inbound coming for Lesterville, far side baseline. Hicks will lob it free throw line area to Sanders. Catch and shoot right wing, Fitzgerald for 3. That's a big one that she knocks down. Piper Fitzgerald coming up big in the first half for Lesterville with 7 points. Bearcats starting to claw a little closer, down by as much as 21. They trail 31-17. Far side with it. Clements throws it on the block to Carroll. Kick out here. Catch and shoot right wing. Durbin for three. Too long. Rebound. Clements comes up with it. Can't throw it up and in, though. Fighting for the rebound. Tapping it out to herself. Aaliyah Myers. Nearly lost it on the baseline, but Leah Thomas comes up with it as we go under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Lesterville with possession down 14. Thomas picked up her dribble. Throws it corner far side of the floor. Right side of the floor to Hicks. Gets it back at the middle. And will pull it out with a left-hand dribble between the wheels. Feed it off here, left wing to Fitzgerald. Now back top of the key area to Hicks. Swing it right wing. Thomas attacks baseline. Nearly traveled, and they do say she walked. Looked like she took an extra step there. Trying to throw that ball back here near side block area. Turnover gives it back to St. Paul. Subs made for the Giants. Olivia Ayers out there for the first time tonight, taking the place of Clements. 5 on the floor for the Giants. Durbin, Ames, Ayers, Carroll, and Davis. Holly Davis. Whistle and a reach-in foul here, middle of the floor, near the timeline. I think it's going to be on Piper Fitzgerald. It is, and that is her second personal. So now you got Gray with 3, Hicks with 2, Thomas with 2, Fitzgerald with 2. 4 of the 5 players in Lesterville's starting lineup, 4 of the 6 total, are in foul trouble here. 3.5 left first half. Durbin at the free throw line. That was team foul number 10 as well on the Bearcats. So 1 and 1, or double bonus, excuse me, and Durbin will hit the first of 2. She is now 6 of 9 at the charity stripe, make it 6 of 10. She can't hit the second. Rebound gets tapped out of bounds. They're going to say it's last off of Lesterville. So Giants retain possession, leading 32-17. Durbin throws it in right side. Catch and shoot for 3 left corner. Doesn't go for Ayers. Carroll got the rebound. Couldn't throw it back up and in. Rebound picked up inside Thomas. Going the other way. Nice pass in transition to Hicks. At the rim, had her shot swatted away by Durbin. Riley Durbin goes up strong and comes up with the rejection. Durbin, who's done much of her damage offensively at the free throw line. She's 6 of 10 tonight, has 10 points, comes up with a great defensive play there. 3 minutes left, first half. Lesterville down 15. Catch on the right wing by Fitzgerald, feeds it inside. Right block jumper from Peyton Sanders is too long. They fight for the rebound. We got a whistle tie ball called. Possession arrow's going to give it back to St. Paul. The Giants, who had lost 4 of their last 6, but head coach Andy Sherrill said it in pregame, they've faced some really tough competition. They've seen bigger schools so far this year like Pacific, Cape Notre Dame, Cape Central, in the middle of when their struggles were occurring earlier in the year. Had back-to-back wins before the loss to Valley Catholic on Thursday night, 65-44. We got a whistle and another reach-in foul, and that's the 3rd personal on Leah Thomas. So foul trouble everywhere for Lesterville at the moment as Holly Davis goes to the free throw line and hits the first of 2. Her first free throw trip of the night. She's up to 5 points now. Ames with 11 and Durbin with 10, pacing St. Paul. Second free throw rims in and out. Put back attempt that time doesn't go for Dietrich. Second put back by Ayers, no good. They still fight for the rebound. It's knocked around out of bounds and will go out of bounds on the sidelines. Last off of Aaliyah Myers. Andy Sherrill in jest asking Riley Dietrich to knock down a shot from a foot away. Not a terrible thing to ask as a coach. Ball got knocked out of bounds. They say last off of Durbin. Lesterville gets it back. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. They're down 33-17. Thomas looking to go coast to coast. Throws a wild shot up off the glass. No good. Defensive rebound nearly for a minute there by Dietrich. She fights for it with Myers. They call a tie ball. Possession arrow will give it back to the Bearcats. Inbounding on the baseline here near side is Hicks. Gets it in. Screen open is Thomas. Catch and shoot left corner. 3, too long. Long high rebound picked up by Myers inside, and she got fouled. Allie Myers able to go up high and get the board, and a reach-in foul is going to be called, I think, on Dietrich. It is. And that's Riley Dietrich's 3rd personal. St. Paul foul trouble. Petty and Dietrich with 3 personals, 2 for Holly Davis. But St. Paul's deep. They've got 13 girls active tonight, and at least 9 of them have played this evening, maybe even close to 10 or 11. Subs coming here for St. Paul. Dietrich and Davis take a seat. Ashlyn Sheets, Emily Snyder come back in. Myers at the free throw line. Missed the first of 2. 0 of 2 at the stripe overall tonight. Splashes this one home, though. That's her first point of the night. Lesterville still down by 15, 2.5 left in the first half. Durbin across midcourt for the Giants. Lob it here right wing to Snyder. Thought about throwing it in the corner. Gets it high post. Ames nearly had it stolen. Kick out left wing. Catch and shoot Olivia Ayers for 3. It goes off the back iron. Long rebound out to Fitzgerald. In transition the other way. Gets it up ahead to Grace Hicks. Got to the rim. Couldn't finish with the right hand. Rebound tapped around to Thomas. She throws it high off the glass. It goes, and a foul. The hustle by Leah Thomas to come up with just her second bucket of the evening, and it's the hoop and the harm to make it a 13-point game. Maybe even closer. Foul call on Durbin. Just the first on the freshman point guard for St. Paul. Free throw by Thomas. Doesn't go, off the side of the iron. So she stays put at 5 points. Still 33-20. 2 minutes left first half. Durbin. Lob at high post area. Gets it to Ames. Kick it out. Left wing. Catch and shoot. Ayers for 3. This one is too long. Rebound fought for. Tapped out of bounds. I think they're going to call an over the back foul. They will indeed. It's a push off on Ashlyn Sheets, who picks up her second personal. And obviously we've been in the double bonus pretty much all throughout the second quarter both ways. So Allie Myers goes to the free throw line. Leah Myers is 1 for 3 tonight, just 17% on the season coming into this evening at the charity stripe. Can't hit the first of 2 here. Myers, who has been the least prolific scorer on this team, averaging less than a point a game, but does average 2 rebounds and just shy of an assist per contest. As sub for St. Paul as Isabel Carroll gets back in there. Second one also doesn't go for Myers. She's just 1 of 5 tonight at the stripe, but offensive rebound nearly picked up inside by Grace Hicks, and they do call a push-off foul on Isabel Carroll. So the senior post player for St. Paul picks up her first personal, and now Grace Hicks right back to the charity stripe for Lesterville to cut into the lead. The first of 2 is no good. And Hicks is now 3 of 7 tonight at the line. Second one coming from the freshman, short off the side of the iron. Rebound defensively cleared by Ayers. So Hicks is 3 of 8 at the line tonight. Myers 1 of 5. Lesterville as a team is 7 of 18 at the charity stripe in this first half. A lot of opportunities haven't converted. Other way, Durbin. Throw it from the elbow, right block. Carroll got to the rim, threw it high off the glass and in. Isabel Carroll gets to the bucket and knocks down the chippy. She's got 4. 35-20, Giants on top. Thomas quickly the other way. We got a reach-in foul in transition. Whistles and fouls left and right in this physical affair. They're going to get Emily Snyder for a reach-in. That's her second personal. And with 1:26 left in the half, Leah Thomas goes to the free throw line. Missed her only attempt a moment ago. This first of 2 is going to nestle home, though. Thomas coming into tonight, shooting it at pretty clean 60% at the free throw line, second best on the team. This one will dance around on the back iron and eventually just rolled home. She shook her head, couldn't believe she got that friendly bounce. She's got 7 points, and Lesterville Bearcats are clawing a little closer. They're down 35-22. Minute to play first half. Carroll nearly lost it in the corner here near side. Right wing cross-court pass Snyder over to Ayers. Now back top of the key to Durbin, holding it high above her head. Kick out to Ayers. Open Ames at the top of the key. Give it off right wing. Snyder catch and shoot for 3. Way too long. Rebound picked up inside by Hicks. Tried to throw it back here near side of the floor. Sanders caught the tipped ball. Gives it off left wing as we go under a minute to play in the second quarter to Thomas. With a right-hand dribble, she pulls it back out between the wheels. Throw it far side in the corner. Hicks. Try to get it back to Thomas. Lob ahead. She able to get to it. Nice crossover dribble middle of the paint. Got to the rim. Reverse off the glass. No good. Defensive rebound picked up inside Olivia Ayers. To Ames, now to Durbin, who will bring it across midcourt. Looking to go quickly. Top of the key area, right-hand dribble. Throws it on the block post up Carroll. To Ames, has some space middle of the floor, and a 5-foot floater. Runner goes. Paige Ames' 5th field goal. She's got 13 tonight. 15-point St. Paul lead. 30 seconds and counting left in the first half. Thomas picked up her dribble after getting across half court, nearly stolen by Durbin. Myers gives it off here on the left wing to Fitzgerald. Cross court, open right elbow area. Sanders. Her jumper's no good. Grace Hicks got the offensive rebound. Shot is blocked at the rim by Ames. Hicks got a second offensive board. That's another shot blocked at the rim by Paige Ames. This one out of bounds on the baseline with 4.7 seconds left. Paige Ames dominating down low. Credit to Hicks for the hustle defensively. or offensively on the glass, but man, what a great work by Ames defensively there. Inbound for Lesterville. Fitzgerald to Hicks. Had her shot blocked at the rim by Ames again. But this time we got a reach-in foul. They get the bump on Olivia Ayers, the other defender in the vicinity. That's her second. A bunch of players picked up at least 2 personals in this half on Lesterville. 2.3 seconds left. Hicks to the line, where she's 3 of 8 in this first half. She's been there a lot, hasn't converted. Free throw, first to 2, no good. Hicks coming into tonight at the charity stripe this season, shooting 64%, normally pretty solid. Struggling this evening. Second to 2 is no good there. Still 37-22, half-court heave at the horn, just short off the front iron by Riley Durbin. And that's the end of the first half. St. Paul led by as much as 21 in this one, a dominant first quarter. And Lesterville clawed a little bit closer, got down by as much as 14. They trail, Lesterville does, 37-22 to the St. Paul Giants here at halftime in Farmington. We'll have the Midwest Sports Center halftime show coming up in just a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Flex Equipment was founded as a family-owned and operated business, where it remains to this day. Known best for selling exceptional equipment such as Case IH, Hustler, Vermeer, Cub Cadet, Massey Ferguson, and many more. Flex Equipment is a proven company with certified technicians and customer service where you're more than just a number. Our certified technicians can diagnose, troubleshoot, repair, and maintain your equipment. Not just one color, but every color. Even if you don't purchase your equipment here, we can provide you with the best service available and the largest selection of parts. As the months turn colder, it's time to service your equipment, get it ready for spring and summer. Winterize your equipment and tune up any equipment that you'll need over the winter. We do that here, and we do it well. If you're in the market for a new compact tractor, blades, whatever the need, see us here at Fliggs Equipment. Make us your first stop. Fliggs Equipment, Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, and on the Outer Service Road in Ludington. Online 24/7 at fliggs.com. Fliggs Equipment. Let our family serve your family.
Hi, it's Hannah. At Cole's Tractor and Equipment, when you buy an LS tractor, you aren't getting the knockoff. You are getting to buy direct. Direct from the major brand maker, not the middleman. That's exactly why LS puts more standard features on the LS tractors and why you get the longer, better warranty with the best price. The best price because you won't be paying the middleman and you won't be paying those franchise fees. LS Tractor does offer the best warranty and buyer after buyer knows that to be true. When you buy an LS tractor from Cole's Tractor, you are buying direct because we buy direct. You aren't buying the knockoff that others claim. You are cutting out the middleman, plain and simple. Don't just follow the herd, lead the herd with LS Tractors and Cole's Tractor and Equipment.
See Cole's Tractor and Equipment 1 mile east of Farmington on Highway 32, or give them a call at 573-756-4353. That's 573-756-4353. And don't forget to check them out on Facebook.
Riley Durbin will get it across the timeline, calls out the set. Right-hand dribble, face guard at top of the key by Thomas. Around the screen, goes far side of the floor, left-hand dribble, tries to attack baseline. Kicks out over to Dietrich, 6 seconds, down to 5. Top of the key area, catch and shoot. Snyder, knocked down a triple. Emily Snyder hits a 3, and the first quarter comes to a close. Snyder off the bounce, wasn't ready, but she pulled the trigger late in the quarter and hit it anyways. And her bucket there, her first of the game at the end of the period, makes it 26-8, St. Paul over Lesterville. That was, so far tonight, the play of the game brought to you by the Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future. As we welcome you to the Midwest Sports Center halftime show here on the regional radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. St. Paul Giants, on the strength of that strong first quarter, have a 37-22 lead here at halftime over the Lesterville Bearcats in high school girls hoops. Brought to you on regional radio in part by our friends over at Home Pools and Spas in Leadington, and also New Era Bank in Farmington, Park Hills, Deloge, and Bonne Terre. St. Paul jumped out in front 28-9 in a foul-filled first quarter, knocked down some big shots like you heard there. The Emily Snyder 3 got 8 early points from Paige Ames. Freshman point guard Briley Durbin went to the free throw line a ton and made things happen there. And then we had a bunch of free throws shot both ways for Lesterville in particular in the second quarter, which did allow them to get a little closer, but they could be even closer if they had knocked down a few more. in that first half at the charity stripe, and both teams, big story of that half, dealing with serious foul trouble. Lesterville in more danger considering they have just 6 players on their roster. Speaking of scoring and fouls, let's look at those totals from the first half. For Lesterville, they were led 7 points each from Piper Fitzgerald and Leah Thomas. Grace Hicks, freshman, had 5. Talented freshman guard forward, I should say, Reese Gray, missed much of that first half with foul trouble. She had 3 points, and she had all of those at the free throw line, where she was 3 of 4. To the point of free throw shooting for Lesterville, having a bunch but not converting. Gray went 3 of 4 at the stripe. Aaliyah Myers, a sophomore, was 0 of 5. Grace Hicks went 3 of 10 at the stripe in that first half. Leah Thomas went 2 of 3. Piper Fitzgerald hit both of her attempts. So you take away Fitzgerald and Thomas, who were 2 of 5. You have, and then Grace Gray, who was 3 of 4. So that comes up to 5 of 9 between those 3 players. Hicks and Myers, meanwhile, combined to go 3 of 15. So Lesterville was 8 of 24 at the charity stripe. They had a ton of opportunities. They just didn't convert. St. Paul led by 13 points from senior forward Paige Ames in that first half. That eclipses her normal season average. Briley Durbin closing in on hers. She had 9 points in the first quarter, 10 total in the half. And the rest of the scoring, 5 points each for Emily Snyder and Holly Davis, 4 for Isabel Carroll, rounding things out for the Giants. They were a little more successful at the free throw line. Durbin was 6 of 10 at the charity stripe herself. Ames went 3 of 4. Davis went 1 of 2. So 10 of 16 in that first half for St. Paul. When they got to the line, they made it count. Both teams got into the double bonus early stages of the second quarter because a ton of players are in foul trouble. It's more pertinent for Lesterville. Reese Gray and Leah Thomas, their top 2 players, have 3 personal fouls each in that first half. Grace Hicks and Piper Fitzgerald whistled for a pair as well, and Peyton Sanders got hit with 1 foul. St. Paul, meanwhile, just a bunch of different players suffering with foul problems in that first half. Petty and Dietring with 3 each. Holly Davis, Emily Snyder, Olivia Ayers, and Ashlyn Sheets all picked up 2 personals in that opening half of play. Isabel Carroll and Paige Ames whistled for 1 personal foul each. There's a lot of foul trouble in that first half. Hopefully it's a slightly less clunky second half, and Lesterville is hoping there's more production from Reese Gray, their talented freshman guard, averaging about 14 a game. All 3 points in that first half for her came at the free throw line. If she can get to the scoring column, that'll help them out as they try to win their 5th in a row. St. Paul trying to pull back at even 500 at 6-6 on the year before they play Scott City here at home tomorrow night. Reminder, as we take another look at that Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule, we will have the boys game tonight between Lesterville and St. Paul. That comes your way with a tip-off scheduled for 6:30. We could still end up making that. Might be a little closer to 6:45 tonight. We hope you can join us for that here on the WIMO Info Sports Stream. And coming up Friday night right here on the Sports Stream, we'll have a boy-girl doubleheader for you from Franklin and Leadwood as West County hosts Valley Catholic. Our pregame coverage will start at 5:45 Friday night. Tip-off for the girls' game at 6, and the boys will follow later on the evening. That'll be right here on the WIMO Info Sports Stream. That's another check of your Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule. Getting ready for the second half. St. Paul led by as much as 21 in that first half. They lead 37-22 here at the break over Lesterville. It's high school girls basketball. Second half tip-off coming up next on the WIMO Info Sports Stream.
Rolling hills, wooded forest, pasture, crops. If you've ever dreamed of having a place of your own in the country, we can help. So get back to your roots and back to the country with a fixed-rate loan from First State Community Bank and our partner, Farmer Mac. We'll work hard to find the right financing for your recreational property. See the team today or visit fscb.com for more information. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Missouri invites you to come on down and let us help you find your next vehicle. Purchasing a car, SUV, or truck can be an overwhelming experience. The Gateway crew will help you find the right vehicle for your personal or family needs. We offer 24-month or less, no-interest loans for qualified buyers. Come on down to 509 Lincoln Drive and let us help you find a reliable vehicle that fits your wallet.
With the new year comes the resolution to living a healthier lifestyle. You're on your way when you put Farm Fresh Prairie Farms dairy products on your family's table. wholesome, delicious dairy products like yogurt and cottage cheese, sour cream dips, and milk. Prairie Farms is farmer-owned and has delivered to your local grocer since 1938. Add Prairie Farms to your breakfast, lunch, or dinner table and be on your way to a healthier new year. Prairie Farms, dedicated farmers, happy cows, and good milk.
Second half about to get underway as Lesterville leads St. Paul 37-22. You're listening to high school basketball on regional radio on the MyBell Info Sports Stream, brought to you by Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills and the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Farmington, Deloge, Fredericktown, and Ironton. Foul trouble, the story of that first half. The top two players for Lesterville, Leah Thomas and Reese Gray, with 3 personal fouls each in the opening half. So they got to play more cautious here in the second half. Lesterville, as we continue to let you know, they have just 6 players on their roster for their girls team, so they got to play a little more foul-free in this second half. Both teams were at the free throw line a lot in a foul-filled first half. St. Paul took advantage more. They went 10 of 16 at the charity stripe, did the Giants. In the opening half of play, Lesterville, meanwhile, went just 8 of 24. So the Bearcats got to the line more, converted less. And the result, on top of a couple of big shots knocked down in the opening quarter by St. Paul, as the Giants are still comfortably in front, 37-22 over the Bearcats. As we start the second half, we switch ends. Giants will attack the bucket here nearest us on the left side. Nice roll to the bucket for Isabel Carroll. Gets to her left hand, lays it up and in. Good post-up look there for Carroll. Now a steal. She pokes it loose, gets it up ahead to Briley Durbin, who quickly lays it up and in. And all of a sudden, St. Paul, to start the second half, rolling once again. Quick buckets for Isabel Carroll and Briley Durbin. One a post-up, one a transition layup. And it's 41-22, Giants on top here, opening seconds of the second half. Lesterville has trailed by as much as 21, and they're already in danger of seeing that hole opened up again here to start the second half, as Melissa St. Jem immediately called timeout. Wanted no part of her team slacking here at the start of this second half. A crucial third quarter if they want to have a chance to win their 5th straight, the Bearcats. And quite an interesting result this could be for folks within Class 1. Lesterville off to a strong start this year in the same district as the #1 ranked team in the state in Class 1, South Iron. But if you're looking for a challenger in that district, while it was Lesterville who played South Iron for the title a year ago, and they'd love to have a second shot at it, St. Paul making a statement here despite the 5-6 start to the season with this performance. Out of the timeout, Bearcat basketball. Leah Thomas with it, throws it left wing. It's nearly lost, and in fact, Grace Hicks wasn't able to hold on to it on the left wing. Pass wild that time from Thomas. So the St. Paul Giants get it back, wearing their home white with black stripes, black letters and numbers, St. Paul written across the chest. Throw it here left wing. This is Holly Davis with it, right-hand dribble. Now throws it back between the wheels to Paige Ames. Give it off here near side wing. Riley Dietrich pulls it out with a right-hand dribble to reset. Lesterville in the 2-3 zone. High post right elbow. Durbin able to get to a right hand, gets around the defender, lays it up and in. Good look for Briley Durbin. She's got a game-high 14. It's a 21-point lead, matching the largest of the night for St. Paul. Whistle in our first foul of the second half is a blocking foul called on Holly Davis. That's her 3rd personal. These two teams both in Class 1 District 4 girls basketball. Class 1 District 3, rather. Along with #1 ranked South Iron. Many thought Lesterville would be the challenger to South Iron this year, but St. Paul making a statement here tonight so far. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 right corner. Piper Fitzgerald splashes it home. Her second triple. She's the only Bearcat in double figures as she makes it 43-25, and St. Paul promptly turns it over. Fitzgerald coming out big, with Reese Gray having not hit a shot yet tonight. It's 3 points at the free throw line. She's got 10. Fitzgerald came in, averaging double figures, shoots it well from beyond the arc. Thomas ahead in transition, gets it to Reese Gray on the right block, throws it back out here near side, just inside the wing. Jumper for Hicks is no good. Long 2, misses long, rebound cleared by Ames. The other way for St. Paul, Durbin ahead in transition, tried to lob it ahead to the 6'1 Isabel Carroll, and she lost the basketball out of bounds. It'll be on the baseline back to Lesterville. Carroll is actually an even 6 foot, gave her an extra inch. But she's not just tall, she's athletic, got great hops. Leah Thomas, coast to coast with the right hand, throws it off the glass. Thomas has 9 points. Averages a team best, just shy of 19 a game. Riley Durbin the other way, got to the rim, got to her right hand, put it up and in. Durbin with 6 quick points here in the third quarter and a game high 16. It's 45-27, St. Paul on top. We got a whistle and a reach-in foul here near sideline. They got it on Durbin, her second personal. The second foul called on anybody here in the second half. Thomas on the inbounds, lobs at high post area. Gray is open, right elbow jumper is short. Maybe grazed the front of the iron. Rebound bounding out of bounds will go back to St. Paul. First 2 minutes of the third quarter. St. Paul's led by as much as 21. They're up 18 at the moment. Right hand dribble to get it across half court. Durbin. Throw it far side wing over to Ames. Top of the key area. Trying to get it to Snyder. She wasn't ready for it. Deflected and stolen by Thomas. Nearly poked away again. They fight for a loose ball on the floor here. Left elbow area, and we're going to have a whistle for a tie ball. Thomas and Carroll battling for it. Possession arrow gives it to Lesterville. Bearcats will have to break some pressure again. Full court 1-2-1-1 zone for St. Paul. Gray nearly dribbles into a double team. Got stuck now. Picked up her dribble. Throws it ahead to Thomas. Ball's knocked loose. Far side of the floor. They need to get across the timeline in a hurry. Thomas moving quickly. Will get it across half court just in time with a right-hand dribble. Picked it up. Give it off left wing. Fitzgerald put it on the deck. Back to Thomas. Head fake. Right-hand dribble around the Gray screen. Going to the right hand. Throws it high off the glass. Got fouled. Whistle inside. A blocking foul is going to be called on Riley Dietrich. She's in trouble now. That's her fourth personal. St. Paul, though, rotates a lot of girls. I think 10 total have played tonight for the Giants. As we've got not only Dietrich having picked up her fourth personal, Emily Snyder at the end of that play came up gimpy for St. Paul. Gray at the Thomas at the free throw line rattles home the first two. So Snyder and Dietrich take a seat. Riley Petty, as well as looks like Holly Davis back out there. Second free throw doesn't go for Thomas. She's got 10. Lesterville still trails by 17. Durbin. Left-hand dribble, gives off, catch and shoot, left wing three, Davis, banked it home! Holly Davis got some help from the glass, able to ricochet it in. She's got 8 points tonight. It's a 22, even 20-point lead, rather, for St. Paul. The other way, ball knocked out of bounds, so inbounds coming on the baseline for Lesterville. Grace Hicks will take it. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Lob it. Free throw line area, over the head of Myers, it's loose. Davis will come up with the loose ball. Had it knocked out of her hands, though. Out of bounds, other baseline. They actually say that was last off of Holly Davis. So Lesterville's going to get it back. Bearcats make a sub. Myers sits down. Peyton Sanders, sophomore forward, comes back in. Get it into Gray. Tried to throw it up ahead. Piper Fitzgerald wasn't ready. Ball got knocked out of bounds by Ames. Lesterville retains possession the other side of half court, but nearly another turnover. The Bearcats have been foul prone. They've been turning it over. Not a great first 2+ quarters for Lesterville, down 20. Thomas left elbow area, kicks out, catch and shoot, left wing three. Hicks doesn't go. Rebound tapped around, comes out long to Durbin. She's able to get to go coast to coast. Got to the rim, couldn't finish with the right hand. Hicks the defensive rebound. Throws it ahead in transition to Reese Gray. She gets to the bucket with the right hand. Put it up, got fouled. Didn't get a friendly roll around the rim, but did get hacked. Reese Gray, who has been unusually quiet offensively tonight, just 3 points all at the free throw line. Fouled there by Paige Ames. That's her second personal. She does struggle at the free throw line, does a little bit of everything well, but was 52% at the year at the charity stripe. Misses the first of two here. 4.5 left in the third quarter. St. Paul leads 48-28. Second one coming for Gray. This one long as well. Carroll the defensive board. Giants come the other way. Right hand dribble for Durbin. Picked it up. Throws it high post area. Nice touch pass by Petty. Carroll wasn't ready for it though. Loose ball picked up Thomas. Lesterville the other way. Fitzgerald lost it on the left block. Got it back. Shot blocked at the rim by Carroll. It's knocked out of bounds. They'll say it's last off of Fitzgerald. Izzy Carroll protecting the rim for St. Paul. She averages about a blocking aim. Halfway through the third quarter, St. Paul has it up 20. Left wing. This is Davis. Head fakes. Goes baseline. Shot attempt blocked on the baseline by Gray. Ball saved on the baseline by Thomas. Throws it ahead. Fitzgerald going to the cup. Couldn't lay it up and in with the right hand. Hustling back is Sanders to get the rebound, though. And it looks like she got fouled on the baseline. A pair of great hustle plays after the block shot by Reese Gray. Thomas saves it on one baseline. Sanders gets an offensive board on the other. After the Fitzgerald miss, reach-in foul is called on Izzy Carroll, her second. Team foul number 5. Lesterville playing without fouling here in the second half. St. Paul, 5 team fouls in the corner. Great head fake by Hicks on the baseline. Jumper on the run, doesn't go though, rolling around the rim. Defensive rebound picked up Holly Davis. Gives it off to Durbin, who will get it across the maroon shield with the cross at half court, the logo. Carroll high post, throws it on the block. Ames posting up, turnaround, right hand, doesn't go. Carroll got an offensive board. That one wouldn't go on the putback. Gray the defensive board. Lesterville the other way. Thomas, a great home run pass. Fitzgerald in transition, can't finish at the rim with the right hand. It's high off the glass, out of bounds, last off of, I believe, St. Paul. Timeout called by the Giants. 3.5 left third quarter. St. Paul leads Lesterville 48-28. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Have you ever misplaced your debit card and worried while you try to find it? Hi, Paul Hale here at New Era Bank, and our new app offers Secure Swipe. Secure Swipe allows you to turn your debit card on or off from the convenience of your cell phone. While your card is off, you have the safety of knowing that no one can access your account from your debit card. Download our new app today and get this and many other new features. Call or visit any of our locations to get more information, or visit our website at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, your local home of the no bull deal. The word local, you've heard the phrase shop local, buy local, but do you really think exactly what that means? When you shop here at Lucas Smith, you put your trust in the hands of all of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local, and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
Coverage of high school basketball on regional radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream is brought to you by Prairie Farms, Presbyterian Manor, and Serenity Hospice Care, all in Farmington. As large as a 21-point lead for St. Paul. They're up 48-28 at the moment. Catch and shoot left corner for Piper Fitzgerald out of the timeout for Lesterville. 3-ball doesn't go. Long rebound to Briley Durbin. She's got 13 points for the Giants. Coming the other way in transition. Hesitation move at the elbow. Got to the rim with the right hand and got fouled, putting it up and in. Didn't put it in, rather, but did put it up. And able to draw a blocking foul on Peyton Sanders, her second. So 5 of the 6 players for Lesterville have at least 2 fouls. The good news is that was just the first foul they've committed here in the third quarter. Free throw by Durbin spins in and out. She was 6 of 10 at the line in the first half. St. Paul as a team was 10 of 16. Took advantage of a lot of Lesterville fouls. Second free throw, nothing but nylon. Durbin's got a game-high 17 points. And St. Paul's matched its largest lead, 49-28. 3 minutes left third quarter. Fitzgerald throws it ahead in transition, but before she can make the pass, a reach-in foul. I think they're going to get this on Holly Davis. They do, and that's her 4th personal. So 4 fouls each now on Holly Davis and Riley Dietrich. And 2 each on Snyder, Carroll, Durbin, Ames, Ayers, and Sheets. And Riley Petty, sophomore forward, also dealing with 3 fouls. Post up, right block for Reese Gray on the inbound, and a first field goal is up and in. Up to just 5 points tonight. Good to see her knock down a shot for Lesterville. Bearcats still down 19. Durbin across the timeline between the wheels, gives it off left wing to Olivia Ayers, back in the game. Now to Clements, touch pass right wing from Durbin. Tried to throw it on the block, knocked away, steal made. Grace Hicks looking to go the other way in transition. Late pass to Fitzgerald, knocked away, got it back. Throws it high off the glass with a wild shot, it doesn't go. Rebound tapped around, saved along the baseline by first Petty, then Gray. Good hustle. Thomas gives it out in the corner, Fitzgerald. On a touch pass from Gray back to Thomas at the middle of the floor. 2.5 left third quarter. Catch and shoot, left wing. Fitzgerald, 3, too long. Long rebound, though, to Hicks offensively. Throws it inside to Gray. Post up, got it to go off the window and in. Will it count? It does. The hoop and the harm for Reese Gray. Nice offensive rebound, one of many Grace Hicks has grabbed tonight. And they whistle a foul that time on, I think, Olivia Ayers. Yes, her third personal. A couple subs made here. As Gray goes to the free throw line, can't rattle it home. Rebound tapped around defensively for St. Paul. Durbin the other way, gets it ahead to Clements. Attacks baseline with a right-hand dribble, gets to the rim, couldn't finish on the right block. Rebound defensively, Sanders. Lesterville the other way, down 49-32. Thomas nearly lost the dribble on the right block, pulls it back out here near side wing. To Fitzgerald, left open baseline. Right-hand runner, just short of the rim. Gray the rebound, got fouled. Reese Gray starting to go to work on the offensive glass and starting to post up. 7 points for her, 4 of them coming in this quarter. She draws the contact and the foul on Danelle Reese, which is her first personal. Team foul number 8, so Lesterville's in the bonus the rest of the way with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Free throw, Gray, just off the side of the iron, no good. Sub made for St. Paul, Isabel Carroll back out there, takes the place of Paige Ames. Second free throw coming for Gray. As we mentioned, the one spot she kind of struggles in is at the free throw line, just 52% on the year. Short of the iron on this one, so she's missed her last 5 at the charity stripe. She's 3 of 9 tonight. 49-32, St. Paul with possession and the lead. High post area, Isabel Carroll, nothing there. Takes a little 7-foot jumper. It's too long. Rebound fought for inside, and we got a tie ball. Possession arrow is going to keep it with St. Paul. Giants to inbound underneath the bucket here near side of the floor. Durbin will do the honors. Looking for the post up, lobs it to Carroll left block. Around 3 defenders couldn't finish. Got her own miss, couldn't put it back up and in. Now we got a whistle and a foul on the other rebound attempt. On the right block, it's an over the back on Reese. Danelle Reese picks up her second personal. Everybody who's played tonight for St. Paul, I think, has been whistled for at least 2 personal fouls. They have. That was team foul number 9 in this third quarter alone on the Giants. So the foul trouble they had in the first half hasn't bit them yet, but see if Lesterville can make them pay here. Grace Hicks headed to the charity stripe. She's just 3 of 10 tonight. 3 of 11. Didn't earn the back half there. Still a 49-32 Giant lead. Durbin the other way in transition. Got to the rim, laid it up and in with the right hand. Riley Durbin gets to the cup. Good third quarter for her. She's got 9 points and a game-high 19 in total. 51-32. Left wing, 3. Not banked home that time by Thomas. Defensive rebound, Carroll coming the other way. Durbin, lob pass to Clements on the block. Shot blocked at the rim by Reese Gray. Good transition defense. She throws it up ahead the other way across the timeline to Hicks. Gets it to Fitzgerald in transition for an easy layup. That's your McDonald's fast break of the game. What a tremendous find. First by Gray, then by Hicks to get Piper Fitzgerald with the easy lay-in. Lesterville cuts it to 51-34 here with less than a minute to go. Off the miss, Carroll tried to throw it back up and in left block. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last off of St. Paul. Lesterville gets it back. They've been down by as much as 21, but they haven't converted with chances at the free throw line. They were 8 of 24 in the first half as a team, and in this third quarter, they're 1 for 8. It's 9 of 32 total in this game. That's why they're down big, even though they've been to the line so much. Post up, right block. Gray tries to throw it up around the defender. Didn't go. Second putback attempt doesn't get there. Another putback, this one by Sanders. She got fouled. Lesterville is winning on the offensive glass right now in the third quarter. Starting to get more good looks offensively, but they haven't knocked down 3-pointers. They turned it over a ton both halves, and in the first half they fouled so much, St. Paul got some extra points at the free throw line. Sanders to the charity stripe, splashes home the first 2. As that was team foul number 10 on St. Paul. That's the Achilles heel for the Giants right now. They were in the double bonus with Lesterville early stages of the second quarter. Now here at the end of the third, Lesterville's already back in the double bonus. Second free throw, Sanders. No good off the side of the iron. Makes it a 51-35 game. Final 30 seconds of the third. Lob it on the block, Carroll. Kick at elbow area. Jumper thrown up that time by Reese. No good. Carroll got the offensive board. Couldn't put it back up and in. Gray clears defensively, and then we got a reach-in foul. No, a tie ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Lesterville, but St. Paul has played a physical style all night long, and that time they avoid another foul call at the very least. 18 seconds left, third quarter. Leah Thomas to get it across the timeline, right-hand dribble. Throws it here near side wing to Fitzgerald. Pass deflected top of the key area. Durbin got a hand on it, less than 10 seconds. Thomas tried to lob it inside to Gray, got it to her on the right block, couldn't finish. Put back attempt up and in for Grace Hicks with the time winding down, and that will end the third quarter. Lesterville starting to dominate on the offensive glass and get themselves back in this game. The Bearcats trailed by as much as 21, and with that bucket from Grace Hicks here at the end of the third quarter, Lesterville trails St. Paul 51-37. Final 8 minutes coming up. You're listening to girls high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, welcome to the UPS store.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this package.
Great, I can help you with that and every other ing.
Did you just say every other ing?
Printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs.
Shredding.
Yep.
Mailboxing.
Uh-huh.
Notarizing?
That too.
Wow, that's really some ing.
Now you're getting it.
The UPS store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS store in Festus. See us now at our new location at 650 North Creek Drive next to Tiger Express Car Wash.
In 1973, Comtree was established to meet a great need through opening a halfway house. The spark of meeting residents' needs continues to reignite in 2019. We've expanded our services to become the mental health safety net of Jefferson County while offering nationally recognized dental care and primary care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
Back for the final quarter of action here at Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington. The St. Paul Giants have led by as much as 21, but their advantage has been sliced down a bit. Lesterville, who has never led in this game. They've been down all the way through. They're down 51-37 here as we start the fourth quarter. Giants have possession. It'll be Holly Davis to give it off here, left wing to Riley Dietrich, one of many Giants players and players on both sides in foul trouble. Tried to throw it top of the key area, deflected. Durbin comes up with it. Kick out right side. Corner three ball for Ames is too long. Cleared away defensively on the rebound by Fitzgerald. Lesterville the other way. Tried to throw it left wing. Got it to Grace Hicks on the deflection. Kick out to Thomas. Left swing. Head fake Gray. Throws it in the corner here near side. Catch and shoot Fitzgerald for three. It rolls home. Piper Fitzgerald's third three-pointer. She's got 15 tonight to lead the Bearcats, and they are right back in this thing. Down 51-40 here, opening half minute of the fourth quarter. Right-hand dribble. Davis nearly had it stolen. Does have it poked away by Fitzgerald. Thomas comes up with the loose ball, looking to go coast to coast. Got to the rim, couldn't finish with the right hand. Fitzgerald with the offensive rebound and the putback. Piper Fitzgerald coming up huge tonight for Lesterville. 10 of her 17, a team high, have come in this second half. And after trailing all night, being down by as much as 21, it's a single-digits game. Transition jumper. Holly Davis the other way doesn't go. Gray got the rebound. She'll come the other way. Gives them the baseline, Fitzgerald. Lob it in the block. Gray poked away out of bounds. Last off of St. Paul. It'll be Lesterville inbounds here on the near side baseline. Grace Hicks to throw it in. Got it on the block to Gray. Right back to Hicks. Dribbles around a defender. Bounce pass on the block to Hicks. She wasn't ready. We got a whistle and a tie-up. Possession here will keep with the Bearcats. Oh, that was a bit of a sloppy play a moment ago. Another big thing to consider, Lesterville's already in the double bonus. St. Paul racked up at least 11 team fouls in that third quarter. They're playing maybe a little too aggressive. Left wing on the inbounds. Fitzgerald gives it off just inside the arc. Right side jumper for Allie Meyer doesn't go. Defensive rebound cleared by Dietrich. St. Paul the other way. Durbin, the talented freshman. She's got a game-high 19. Gives in the corner. Shot blocked. Leah Thomas takes it away from Paige Ames. What a rejection. And comes in transition right wing. Threw it away, though, right back here on the near side of the floor. Ames with the steal. Hicks takes it right back for Lesterville. Lob it ahead to Reese Gray. She lost it along the bucket underneath. They're going to say it's last, though, off of St. Paul. Incredible transition defense for Leah Thomas to get the shot block as Lesterville hustles to try and get back in this one. Down 51-42, 6 minutes to play. Sub made for the Giants. Isabel Carroll comes out. Or comes in place of Riley Dietrich. Hicks to inbound, lob it to Fitzgerald. Off the dribble, throws it, bounce pass here, right side corner. Lobbing it into the block on the bounce is Hicks, and Gray around two defenders puts it up and in. Reese Gray starting to go to work in the post. 6 of her 9 points have come after halftime. Lesterville's down 7, 6 minutes to go. Ames stopping the dribble, kick out, right wing, catch and shoot 3. Ayers, it went! Olivia Ayers rattles one home finally tonight. Her first bucket, a crucial triple. And St. Paul extends the lead back to 54-44. Thomas, throw it here in the corner near side. Hicks, pump fake, now give it back, top of the key, now back from Thomas, still on the right wing to Hicks, picked up her dribble. Cross-court pass, over to Fitzgerald, catch and shoot, left wing, 3 ball is too long. Rebound tapped around and fought for, Myers got to it. On the offensive board, tried to kick it back out to Thomas, it's knocked away out of bounds. Lesterville will keep it on the sideline. It'll be Hicks to inbound, far sideline, right in front of the sidelines. Only one side of the gymnasium has sidelines here at St. Paul Lutheran High. Hicks will get it in over to Thomas, right-hand dribble. 5.5 to go, St. Paul by 10. High post right elbow, Hicks the head fake, steps into a jumper from 5 feet. It will not roll home. Rebound is tapped around. Eventually, Ayers comes up with it for the Giants. Gives off to Ames, now to Durbin, who will bring it across half court. Right-hand dribble, kicks out right wing, catch and shoot. Ayers for 3, got fouled. Couldn't knock it down, but Leah Thomas trying to come out and help defensively. A little too over-anxious there. Will get hit with a big foul call. That's her 4th personal. Just the 2nd team foul of the half for Lesterville. They've done a much better job this half of playing without fouling. And they've gotten right back into the game, but that's a big one there. Ayers to the stripe. Free throw will roll home. Olivia Ayers gets the friendly bounce on the first of 2. She had not attempted a free throw this season coming into tonight. Averaging less than a point a game. Hit a big 3 a moment ago, though. Second one. That's nothing but nylon as well. And that extends it to 56-44. Before the 3rd free throw, though, we have a timeout called by Lesterville. Timeout brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. 5:09 left to play. St. Paul 56, Lesterville 44. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College, Jefferson College, and you.
Coverage of high school basketball on regional radio is brought to you in part by Twin City Toyota and Herculaneum and the UPS store in Festus. Abbreviated edition of the Home Pools and Spas postgame show coming up to wrap up what has been an interesting game, to say the least. A lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers, a lot of big momentum shots here the last couple minutes. Lesterville down by 21 at 1 point, trails St. Paul now 56-44. They got it back to single digits a moment ago, but Olivia Ayers got fouled on a three-pointer to extend this lead back out after hitting a three-pointer. And she hits all 3 here at the charity stripe this trip. This half, St. Paul at the free throw line is 4 of 5. They are 14 of 21 as a team in the game. Efficient at the line when they've had to be. Up 57-44. Post up right block area. Grace Hicks has the shot swatted. Loose ball. Carroll gets it up ahead. Durbin in transition. Gets to the rim with the right hand. Can't throw it high off the glass. Defensive board by Sanders. Lesterville the other way. Under 5 minutes to play. Olivia Ayers, who averages less than a point a game, with 6 big points here in the fourth quarter off the bench. Catch and shoot. Left side jumper in the corner. Doesn't go for Myers. Piper Fitzgerald got the offensive rebound, though. Cross court, left wing, over to Gray now, top of the key, right-hand dribble. Kick it out. Catch and shoot, right wing 3, Fitzgerald. She straight-lined it. Got her own miss, though. Throws it back up. Won't dance home on the rim. Another offensive board picked up inside by Reese Gray, and now we got a whistle as the ball cascades out of bounds. It's last off of Lesterville. Bearcats are winning on the offensive glass in this second half, but they're just not converting their opportunities. At the free throw line in particular, where so far tonight, they are just 10 of 34 Right wing, Durbin kicks out. Open is Ayers. Catch and shoot three. This one is short. Rebound picked up inside by Myers. Throws it ahead in transition to Hicks. Ahead to Fitzgerald. She can't lay it up and in. Had a clean look at the bucket. Couldn't finish. Plenty of those in transition have not gone for Lesterville as well. And now after Isabel Carroll gets the defensive board, we got a whistle and a reach-in foul. Hicks picked up her third personal. Leah Thomas is on the bench with 4 fouls right now for Lesterville, and Hicks and Reese Gray have 3 each. 2 each on Piper Fitzgerald and Peyton Sanders. Trying to lob it up ahead is Ames. She gets it to Briley Durbin, who'll bring it across half court. Post up, left block area. Riley Petty got to her right hand, couldn't finish. Defensive rebound tapped around. Gray comes up with it. Under 4 minutes to go. Lesterville's down 13. Gray, right hand dribble, bringing it up the floor. Looking for something to come open. Fires far side wing to Fitzgerald. She'll pull it back out, give it back here cross court on the near side wing to Gray. Throws it on the block, posting up his Hicks. Right back out to Gray against the 2-3 zone defensively for St. Paul. Dribbles around her defender. Gray got to the rim, threw it up off the glass with the right hand. Doesn't go. Got her own miss, though. Posts up on the right block, kicks out to Fitzgerald. Throw it here near side. Sanders is open, takes a jumper. It's short on the baseline. Defensive rebound picked up inside Paige Ames. St. Paul the other way, 3 minutes to go, leading 57-44. Ames over to Durbin. Giants will slow it down. Left wing, Ames. Catch and shoot. She'll take a 3. It's short. Long rebound's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Bearcats. So Lesterville needs to get something going. Leah Thomas comes back in with 4 fouls. Remember, they have just 6 players, so they can't really afford to do a lot of fouling here with most of those players in foul trouble here at the end of the game. They need buckets in a hurry. Thomas off the bounce. 3-pointer. Top of the key. It's splashed home. Big shot for Leah Thomas. Her second triple. She's got 13. Down to a 10-point game with under 3 minutes to go. Durbin dribbling. Attacks the rim. Got fouled. Put it up and in. Plus the foul. Riley Durbin got hacked in transition. Throws it high off the glass and in. The hoop and the harm to put St. Paul back up by 12. Reach-in foul called on Piper Fitzgerald. She's got 3 personals. 4th team foul of the half. Free throw rattled home by Durbin. Her first bucket of the 4th quarter. She's now got a game-high 22 points. And it is up to a full 13-point St. Paul lead with 2.5 to play. Left wing, Myers tried to lob it on the block. Post up for Hicks. Had her shot blocked, but there's a foul called on the floor. Push off underneath. They're going to get Riley Petty here for the body. They do. That's her 4th personal. St. Paul long ago picked up 10 team fouls. They were hacking all over the place, as has been the case much of the night, and they, as a result, have sent Lesterville to the free throw line a lot. The Bearcats just haven't converted. Grace Hicks comes up here with the big one. She'd been 3 of 11 at the charity stripe prior to that attempt, but it rolls home. Makes it a 12-point game with 2.5 to go. Second one is also perfect. 60-49, St. Paul leads. Inbounds ahead to Holly Davis. She will spin and bring it up with a right-hand dribble across midcourt. Nearly lost it. Picked up her dribble. Gets it out to Durbin. Top of the key. Steal made. Thomas comes up with a loose ball. Leah Thomas will go coast to coast and lay it up and in. Thomas starting to come up big now. She's got 8 points in the second half. 15 for the game. It's single digits again. 60-51. 2.5 to play here in the game. St. Paul has possession. They'll face full court pressure. It's looks like man-to-man defensively for Lesterville. Got a whistle and a stoppage. As I think there was an error in how the clock was being kept. Having a discussion about whether or not there should be an extra second added to the clock here, which, given how things are starting to tighten up, you can understand how people would feel about that. Looks like they'll keep it at 2:21 left. Inbound by Ames, gets it over to Durbin, guarded by Fitzgerald. Hicks face guarding far side of the floor. Now Durbin gets it across the timeline, gives it off left wing. Open in the corner here near side, catch and shoot 3, Holly Davis. It's way too long and goes out of bounds. I think they say last off of Isabel Carroll. They do. Lesterville gets it back. 2:09 to go. Down 9. They trailed by as much as 21. Here comes Thomas the other way with a right-hand dribble, getting it across. Gives it off right wing. Fitzgerald, cross court, left side of the floor. Hicks puts it on the deck, gets to the rim, got fouled, putting it up. Riley Petty at the left block defending, whistled for her 5th personal. So she's done with exactly 2 minutes to play. Pair of free throws coming for Grace Hicks. Riley Dietrich, who has 4 personal fouls herself, is back out there. Here's Hicks at the free throw line. Can't knock down the first of 2. So she's now 5 of 14 this evening at the free throw line. Plenty of opportunities. The charity stripe. Lesterville just hasn't converted. Second one will roll home. Hicks up now to 10 points tonight. 60-52 with under 2 minutes to play. St. Paul with the lead in possession. Across half court, left-hand dribble. This is Paige James. Pulls it out with a right hand, guarded by Thomas. Bounce pass, high post area to Durbin. Kick out over here on the left side wing, Dietrich. St. Paul just looking to start eating clock and force the reach-in fouls on a Lesterville team that can't afford it in foul trouble. Ames, far side of the floor, face guarded by Hicks. Bounce pass, far side wing, over to Davis. Got to the baseline, threw up a runner, doesn't go. Put back attempt at the rim by Dietrich, doesn't go. Defensive board picked up inside Gray. Lesterville the other way. Thomas, left wing, head fake to 3 in transition. Gives it on the baseline. Fitzgerald open, knocked down the jumper. Piper Fitzgerald coming up huge for Lesterville as they've cut it to 60-54. A minute 12 to go. Nearly a steal at midcourt by Gray, and we got a whistle and a timeout called by St. Paul. Alyssa St. Jim thinks that she didn't have possession. St. Paul is going to keep it. A minute 10 to play, 60-54. St. Paul had led by as much as 21 and is desperately trying to hold on. How about Piper Fitzgerald, the freshman guard who averages 10 points per game so far this year coming into tonight for Lesterville. She so far in this second half has 12 and a team high 19 points in total. Briley Durbin has the game high, leading St. Paul with 21, or 22, excuse me. Both excellent contenders for tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Applebee's of Farmington. Doing good in the neighborhood. We'll tell you about who that's going to be once we know how this one ends, and we'll wrap all that up coming up with the Midwest Sports Center halftime show. It's been a dandy here, and you can listen to all our games online, either streaming or clicking a link to get us here on the sports stream at our website, mymoinfo.com, courtesy of Cole's Tractor and Equipment in Farmington. Home of the LS Tractor. Lead the herd, don't just follow. That's Cole's Tractor and Equipment on Highway 32 in Farmington. St. Paul inbounding right in front of us here next to the scorer's table. To get it in over to Davis. Face guarded by Gray. Now Thomas. Give off here near side of the floor. Durbin pulls it back between the wheels with a left-hand dribble. Throw it in the corner here near side of the floor. Holly Davis nearly lost it. Pushed off on Thomas. Under a minute to go. Davis, middle of the floor. Bounces it to Carroll on the right wing. Back out to Durbin. St. Paul just looking to eat clock. Trying to hope Lesterville will finally reach in and foul. Durbin nearly lost it. Far side of the floor. Ames comes up with it. Reach in, whistle, and a foul. That's only the 15th foul on top of Lesterville all being in foul trouble, as Grace Hicks will be called for her 4th personal. So they still have 2 to go before they get St. Paul at the free throw line to extend the game. Inbounding is Carroll. Got it into Durbin. She brings it up with the left hand and will probe. Now pulls it back out from the left elbow. Here near on the near side wing, this is Ames. Face guarded by Hicks. Picked up her dribble. Needs to lob it. Gets it on the left wing over to Dietrich. Right back to Ames as she dribbles it in the corner here near side of the floor. Bounce pass, middle of the floor. Gray will reach in and foul Isabel Carroll. Reese Gray did have 1 to give herself, but that's her 4th personal. Leah Thomas has 4. Reese Gray has 4. Piper Fitzgerald has 3. Grace Hicks has 3. Peyton Sanders has 2. Lesterville at this point, the hope, alone a hope, with 31.9 seconds left down 6, is to get St. Paul at the free throw line and miss a couple or force some turnovers. And in order to get St. Paul to the free throw line without losing any of their players for the rest of the game in this 6-girl rotation or 6-girl roster, they probably have to throw Allie Myers out there right now and have her do the fouling because she has yet to commit one tonight. Timeout here brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. You'll love to shop at Patsy's on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills. Lesterville trying to win their 5th in a row. It would be a tremendous comeback effort if they pull it off. They were down by as much as 21 back in the first half. Inbound, Durbin on the baseline out of the timeout. Lobs it. Open is Ames on the left block. Throws it high off the glass and in. Big time bucket for Paige Ames. Her first of the second half. She's got 15 points. It's up to an 8-point game. Kick in the corner. Fitzgerald tried to throw it on the block to Gray. It's tipped out of bounds on the baseline. Lesterville will keep it. Still 20 seconds left, but they're down 8. Huge bucket for Paige Ames. Likely seals this one. Inbounds to Hicks on the block to Gray. It's stolen and taken away. Dietrich comes up with a loose ball and now a reach-in and a foul. It is on Allie Myers, her first personal. Team foul number 7 of the half on Lesterville. So, Riley Dietrich, who has not scored tonight for St. Paul, been battling foul trouble, came into this evening so far averaging less than a point per game. I don't think she's attempted a free throw yet this year. Big shot coming for her here with 17.2 seconds left. Free throw in the air for the 1-and-1. It does not bank home, doesn't earn the back half. Loose ball rebound, tapped out to Hicks. 14 seconds left, quickly the other way, gives it left wing. Thomas, catch and shoot, high arcing 3, missed it way long. Gray got a rebound, put back attempt is blocked inside by Paige Ames. Defensive rebound out to Briley Durbin, and that is going to do it. 3.7 seconds left. They actually say the ball was cleanly knocked out of bounds, but still, St. Paul is going to hold on and get the win. Lob it in, this time to Durbin from Ames. Final seconds will tick away, and the St. Paul Giants snap Lesterville's 4-game winning streak. They led by as much as 21. They hold on for dear life at the very end. A late bucket by Paige Ames, a huge one. 62-54. The final score tonight, St. Paul knocks off Lesterville. We'll wrap this one up with the Home Pools and Spas postgame show in just a moment. You're listening to high school girls basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Sam from the Jefferson County YMCA inviting you to join the Y. Pay no joining fee in January, saving up to $100. Whether you're looking to get healthy, make new friends, or spend more time together as a family, the Y will help you succeed. Enjoy group exercise and water fitness classes for free. Try pickleball, swim in the pool, or walk the indoor track. Take advantage of our free wellness consultations, fantastic personal training options, free child watch for household members, and so much more. Call 636-931-9622, visit gwrymca.org, or stop by the Y today.
Well, let's check in with Josh Harris now at Midwest Sports Center in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and soon to be in Festus. Josh, the winter weather is here, but that doesn't mean there's still not fun to be had when you're dealing with Midwest Sports Center, right?
That's right. You know what? The fun's just beginning. You can come by and see us. We got great prices on side-by-sides, ATVs, street bikes, lawnmowers, watercraft, whatever you're looking for, on the road, off the road, or on the water. Midwest Sports Center, your ultimate outdoor toy store.
Stop by and see Midwest Sports Center today for all your outdoor fun.
In Park Hills, Lesterville trying to win their 5th in a row. It would be a tremendous comeback effort if they pull it off. They were down by as much as 21 back in the first half. Inbound, Durbin on the baseline out of the timeout. Lobs it. Open is Ames on the left block. Throws it high off the glass and in. Big time bucket for Paige Ames. Her first of the second half. She's got 15 points. It's up to an 8-point game. That is tonight's big time bucket brought to you by your local McDonald's, where your Egg McMuffin is always made with a freshly cracked egg. McDonald's, another great reason to wake up to the favorites you love. Welcome to the Home Pools and Spas postgame show. When it comes to family fun, there's no place like Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. A big-time victory for the St. Paul Giant ladies as they had a big lead in the first half and held on down the stretch to knock off the Lesterville Bearcats 62-54. Final score tonight here at Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington. This was a game full of free throw attempts on both sides, full of fouls on both sides, full of turnovers on both sides, and full of some clutch plays by big-time players on both sides. But St. Paul had those clutch plays early and built too big of a lead for Lesterville to ever recover when the Bearcats found themselves down big late and dealing with foul trouble. Final scoring totals for tonight. St. Paul is led by a game-high 22 points from freshman point guard Briley Durbin, and she is tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Applebee's in Farmington, doing good in the neighborhood. Paige Ames, senior guard, also came up big tonight, had that ceiling bucket you just heard a moment ago, our McDonald's big-time bucket. She finished with 15 points, 8 for Holly Davis, junior guard for St. Paul. Olivia Ayers had 6 huge points in the fourth quarter in total, or 6 points. All of her 6 points in the game were scored in the fourth quarter, I should say, including a massive 3 after Lesterville had cut it to a 7-point game that made it double digits again. 6 points as well for Isabel Carroll tonight for St. Paul, and 5 for Emily Snyder, rounding out the scoring for the Giants as they, after having lost 4 of their last 6, get a win to improve to 6-6 overall on the season. Meanwhile, for Lesterville, the loss snapping a 4-game win streak. They dropped to 7-3. Final totals for them, they were led by 19 from freshman guard Piper Fitzgerald. Leah Thomas finished with 15. Grace Hicks had 10. Reese Gray had 9. Gray, normally second leading scorer on the year, averages 14 a game, and Thomas averages about 19 per game, had 15, so both below their scoring average, both dealt with foul trouble most of the night. Lesterville unable to come through at the free throw line. They were there a ton because St. Paul fouled a ton, but they just never converted. Grace Hicks in particular was at the free throw line a bunch this evening and went to 6 of 15. Piper Fitzgerald was 2 of 2. She stayed away from the charity stripe because she can knock them down. So St. Paul had their scouting report down. Thomas went 3 of 4, but then you look at Peyton Sanders, who went 1 of 2. We mentioned Hicks, 6 of 15. Leah Myers was 0 of 5, and Reese Gray was 3 of 9. That means 4 players combined for Lesterville to go, or 3 players combined to go 9 of 29. And Lesterville finished as a team 15 of 37 from the charity stripe. Big time struggles. Meanwhile, St. Paul, they went 10 of 16 in the first half at the charity stripe and then knocked down their final 6, or at final 5 in the second half, and ended up going 15 of 22 for the game in total as a team. Big time stuff there for the Giants as they get a win here tonight to get back to 500. They will take on the Scott City Rams tomorrow night right here in Farmington. Lesterville is off until Thursday when they're on the road at East Carter as they fall 7-3. We'll talk to Andy Sherrill, the head coach of the St. Paul Giants, at halftime of the boys game, which is just about to get underway coming up here in a little bit as we transition right now to the Fleegs Equipment pregame show, brought to you by Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Ludington. For all your lawn, farm, and garden equipment needs, let their family serve your family on Highway 32 in St. Genevieve and on the Outer Service Road at the Ludington exit, online 24/7 at Fleegs.com. We should have a good one here in the boys like we did in the girls. The St. Paul boys young, trying to get their way, find their way under head coach Justin Ford, just 3-10 to start the year. Lesterville, meanwhile, proving to be one of the best teams in the state in Class 1. They're 9-3 coming into the night. They're receiving votes in the latest Missouri Basketball Coaches Association Class 1 state rankings, powered by senior guards Vince Mathis and Holden Loffman. Should be interesting to see how the Bearcats fare here on the road tonight in Farmington. We talked to both head coaches last night about this game, and you will hear from the head coach of the St. Paul Giants, Justin Ford, coming up here in just a second. Lesterville head coach Anthony Caruso joining us next when the Fleegs Equipment pregame show continues. You're listening to high school boys basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
You can enjoy a hot tub year-round, but nothing beats slipping into a hot tub when it's chilly out. Hi, I'm Megan Osbar, manager of Home Pools and Spas in Ludington. When you invest in a hot tub, you're investing in relaxation and therapy for your family. We can get you and your family into a new hot tub, and we can service your existing hot tub. Any brand, model, or year. Find us online at homepoolsandspas.net and on the outer road just south of the Ludington exit.
Champions are made here, on our courts, on our fields, and in our classrooms. Why settle for ordinary when you could be part of greatness? Mineral Area College. Become a Cardinal today.
Welcome back to coverage of high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream and the Fleegs Equipment pregame show. We're getting ready for the second half of our doubleheader tonight from Farmington as Lesterville takes on St. Paul. Boys basketball action featuring the Bearcat boys. Their head coach, Anthony Caruso, joining us right now. Great start for your team, and you were able to bounce back from those back-to-back losses you had at the Kabul Holiday Tournament with a win last week to get to 9-3. What do you think has allowed this group to be so successful so far to start the year?
They experienced a lot of success last year, and they just wanted to keep building off of it. They are a very seasoned group, a senior-laden group. that just works hard and shares, and they trust and create for one another. And I think in them all being best friends and walking the hallways, hanging out in the classroom and stuff, I think that all just adds up to a recipe for success. So that's probably why we've been succeeding.
That chemistry is obviously paying off for you guys in a big way, not just with the record, but you were the only team in Class 1 to receive votes that wasn't ranked in the top 10 in the state this week by last week by the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association. So a lot of progress for this club. Holden Loffman is a big part of that, your senior point guard, obviously. What have been the things that, coming into this year in his final season, you've noticed that he worked on in the offseason to improve as a player and that have already showed up here in the early part of the year?
He's just a gym rat. He focuses on all aspects of his game. Whenever I open up the gym, he's in there getting up shots all the time. I think what I've been most impressed with him is probably the fact that he's really wanted to focus on his physical training as far as what he wants to do in the weight room and how he wants to get stronger to be able to bang with bigger guards at possibly the next level.
He certainly has proved himself to look like a next-level talent, and this team has been playing at a high level. 2 of those 3 losses have come to number 1 and number 2 in the state, Dora and South Iron, so no slouch. That said, you want your club to lock in and get a win against St. Paul. What do you think in this particular matchup against the Giants your club's going to have to do well?
I think they're just going to have to focus on whatever game plan that me and Coach Hathcote put in place. St. Paul, Coach Ford he's got his program growing, and I know he's always excited, and I know he's always got those guys pumped up and ready to play, and they're going to execute the game plan to the best of their ability. So we just have to be able to ride waves of adversity and play the best that we can and come out with a W, hopefully.
Coach, thanks so much for the time, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Anthony Caruso, the head coach of the Lesterville Bearcats, joining us when the Fleets Equipment pregame show continues. We will talk to St. Paul head coach Justin Ford. That's next on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hey, if you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills lately, then you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture. Man, the selection is as good now as it's ever been. And that's saying something. Seriously, stop by and say hi to Chris and Jamie. The first thing you'll notice is just how nice they are. They won't hard sell you at all. They'll just let you look around and offer you help when you need it. And we're talking about really nice furniture, too, from some of the best-known brand names in the business. Hey, maybe that's why Patsy's Furniture is my only stop when I do my furniture shopping. Patsy's Furniture, right off Highway 67 at the Parkway Drive exit. You'll love to shop at Patsy's.
For 57 years, the staff at Farmington Presbyterian Manor have dedicated ourselves to providing our community the best independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, and short-term rehab. We are proud to be part of the Parkland community and provide the quality health care you deserve. Call 573-756-6768 today and schedule a visit to find out more about Farmington Presbyterian Manor.
Welcome back to Fleets Equipment pregame show on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. We're getting ready for tip-off high school boys basketball as Lesterville takes on St. Paul. We've got Giants head coach Justin Ford with us. A lot of turnover for this roster here to get this season started, and obviously that means through the first 13 games things haven't gone great, but there's a big learning curve with this bunch. What has impressed you about how they've started the year?
What's impressed me the most is our guys continue to come in and work every single day, and they understand it's a process. For my younger guys, they understand that the varsity game and high school game is vastly different than what it was when they were in middle school. And for some of the kids that never played in middle school before, they're seeing like, oh, there's so much to the game, and then instead of just coming out and playing it, it's not easy to play this game. And so every day I'm teaching my guys what does it look like to be a part of a program, what does a program stand for, and every day they're starting to buy in and understand that. And so, this is our 5th year. It's our 4.5 years having a program, so we still got a lot to learn.
Garrett and Ryan Dempsey are a couple of guys that have been around the program for that length of time and are leaders for you. What are the things that they do well that you think powers your ball club to playing at its best when they're playing at your best?
So when Garrett is being aggressive and he has his mind to attack, he changes the dynamic of how we play. because he is very much, let's get to the basket, let's get to the free throw line, let's be aggressive. And when he's playing that game, he's tough to guard, and he understands the game, and he's just heady. And then Ryan, he loves to win, and he loves to come out and compete. And part of being a competitor is wanting to win and perform your best. And those two guys came in the same year that I came in. I didn't know I was going to have them last year, and they were like, "Yeah, we play basketball." And I'm like, "Cool, I'm new," so we're all new together. So this is Ryan and Garrett's. They've been a part of the program a year and a half, the same as I have. But some of the other guys like Cody Ziegelmeyer and Drew Bergfield, who have been here long-term guys, they've really stepped up this year and helped us take the program to where we're going to be in the future. Not necessarily where we are, because a lot of my guys are new or they've never played before, so they're learning what does it take to be a high school basketball program, and that's the first piece we have to develop.
You've done a really nice job of challenging yourself here to start the season. Bunker, Kingston, Bourbon, very good programs right there around Class 1 through Class 3, and you get another one here in Lesterville. What is the biggest thing you're looking for from your bunch here in this matchup?
I tell my guys every day we're coming out to compete, and I understand. We look at our schedule. It's not easy, right? And I'm sure for a newer program, I'm sure there's some games that we should probably be playing and get a little more competitive. But in my mind, where we're going to be in the future, and my younger guys, they have to see where we have to go in order to improve. Like, we can't travel all across the state just to play games. We have to see where we're at in comparison to other programs, and we have to develop, and we have to take that challenge and say, okay, this is what we need to do in the off season. This is the grind we have to get to. And if we do that and we take that approach, then it'll be good. And it's coming out with Lesterville. They're class 1, but they're state ranked, and I believe they're 4th in Class 1. They got a lot of seniors and a very good junior, and so they're going to be tough. They're going to be a tough matchup for us, and our job is to come out and compete and learn how to keep up with these schools.
Thanks for the time, Coach, and best of luck.
All right, thank you.
That is Justin Ford, the head coach of the St. Paul Giants. They're getting ready to take on Lesterville coming up here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
There's no need to be scared of flu season. Just say boo to the flu and head over to Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy for your flu shot. It's the perfect way to protect you and your family, and no appointment is necessary. Just pop in when you have time, and we will have you on your way in just a few minutes. Cash prices are available, or we're happy to bill your insurance. We know you have better things to do than be stuck at home with a nasty case of the flu. Come see us at Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Deloge, Fredericktown, Ironton, and Farmington.
Are you ready for an exciting new career that offers job security, flexibility, and independence? Rankin Technical College in Perryville is now accepting student applications for a 5-week CDL training class. The Gilster Mary Lee Corporation will provide the necessary funding for program training. If your application is approved, you'll receive a benefits package, which includes miles paid by the hub, paid downtime, unloading allowances, vacation, Christmas, and holiday bonuses, plus insurance. Call Mike Welker at 800-851-5371.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patient Jack, hospice isn't about giving up. It's not about the end. It's about right now. It's about spending precious time with the people we love.
Come on, Grandpa!
And the little moments that create lasting memories. It's focusing on what's important to you and remembering life is beautiful in all stages.
Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's sounds so good, doesn't it? Hi, I'm Amy Cousins, General Manager of Applebee's in Farmington. You and a friend can start with 2 side salads or an appetizer to share, then choose any 2 full-size entree from the 2 for $20 dinner lunch menu. Or pick 2 items to create your own combo meal from the classic or signature lunch combo menu. Soups, salads, chicken feet, a roll-up, clubhouse grill, or chicken tenders. There's so much to choose from, and it's all under $10. Dine in or call it in. Applebee's on Karsh Boulevard in Farmington.
High school basketball on regional radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream is brought to you in part by Comtree of Festus, the Dough Run Company in Park Hills, and Cole's Tractor and Equipment and Applebee's, both in Farmington. As we're on the Fleeks Equipment pregame show, getting you ready for tip-off of our boys game tonight here at Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington between the Lesterville Bearcats and the St. Paul Giants. Let's look at how these two teams did Coming into tonight, check our Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy scoreboard. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy is committed to improving the health of their patients and positively impacting the communities they serve. Lesterville bounced back in a big way on Friday night, beat Kingston 93-66. As we mentioned, our conversation with head coach Anthony Caruso, that snapped a little skid after they lost back-to-back games at the Kabul Holiday Tournament. One of those to the number 1 ranked team in the state in Class 1, Dora. Meanwhile, St. Paul Giants, they've lost 7 of their last 8, including their last time out on Friday night when they fell here at home to Herculaneum 64-29. The last win came at the Grandview Christmas Tournament on December the 28th when they beat Marquand of Zion 80-63. Trying to bounce back here tonight on their home floor and score a big upset over one of the up-and-coming top teams in the state in Class 1. Take a look at tonight's uniforms, brought to you by Serenity Hospice Care. Peace of mind when it matters most. Obviously, St. Paul, the home side, wearing their home white with a sort of maroon, black, and gray trim. And the S written in white with a black trim on the side. Lesterville in their road reds with black letters and numerals with white trim, black stripes down the side of the shorts. Just about ready for this one to get underway. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the guys that will be on the floor to get it started as we look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Presbyterian Manor, the way you want to live. First for Lesterville, road team on the scoreboard, led by head coach Anthony Caruso. They will send out their 4 seniors, including 2 exceptionally talented senior guards, Vince Mathis and Holden Loftman, who are their 2 leading scorers on the year. Mathis averaging about 15 points a game. Loftman just shy of 15 points, also averages almost 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals per contest. Other 2 seniors out there, forwards James Gibson and Brendan Myers. Myers is a do-everything guy at forwards, scoring 12 points per game, averages 9 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 1 steal per contest, and shoots it pretty well from the field and from the free throw line as well. Gibson, the big man, the post inside, averaging 11.5 points and just shy of 10 rebounds per contest. The 1 sophomore in the starting lineup, Nolan Mathis for Lesterville, he's scoring 11 points per game, shooting it at 84% from the free throw line. Solid 3-point shooter, shoots at about 33% from beyond the arc. For St. Paul, under head coach Justin Ford, 3-10 on the year. They have 4 seniors as well out there in the starting lineup tonight, led by leading scorer on the year, Ryan Dempsey, who is averaging around 8 points a game, or rather around 11.5 points per game, but only shooting 26% from the field. The other 4 seniors, Cody Ziegelmeyer, Dylan Woolbird, and Drew Brakefield, joined by 1 junior, Lane Falch. That is tonight's starting lineups, again brought to you by Presbyterian Manor. We're just about ready to get it underway tonight here. High school basketball on regional radio on the Limo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Fleeks Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, and the Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, as well as Gateway Region YMCA in St. Louis. It is time for us to go ahead and tip it off tonight. Tip-off brought to you by New Era Bank. It's easy to save your coins and change with New Era Bank's Roundup Savings. To see how easy it is, visit your local New Era Bank branch or go online to newerabank.com. That's New Era Bank, member FDIC. Justin Ford, a fiery guy. Fun to talk to him pregame and fun to watch him coach his bunch up here. They're excited to try and pull off a big-time home upset win in St. Paul in their home whites, gray numbers, with a sort of maroon, almost black, almost navy blue trim. St. Paul written in that same color across the front of the chest with the gray and maroon stripes. And Lesterville also in their road red. White and black stripes down the side, black letters and numbers with a white trim. Bearcats written across the nameplate on the back, Lesterville across the front chest. Bearcats will go ahead and attack the bucket to our left here at Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington, as we are positioned on the far side of the floor from when you first come in to St. Paul Lutheran School and to Thomas Gymnasium. The bleachers, the only ones that are here in the gym, are on the far side of the floor from where we are. We're right next to the scores table. Ready to tip it up. We have a 3-man officiating crew as we did during the girls' game. James Gibson and Lane Fouch will be in the center circle. Tip is won by Gibson. Lesterville controls to start the evening on the boys' side of things. Across the timeline, Vince Mathis gives it off, left wing catch and shoot. Holden Loffman right away, splashes a triple. The talented senior guard for Lesterville, a quick three to put the Bearcats on top. Left wing, Dempsey gives it in the high post area to Brakefield. Now handoff right wing area, Fouch now back over here on a quick handoff here on the near side wing. This is Dempsey, leading scorer on the year, averaging 11.5 a game for St. Paul. Gives on a left wing, head fake, Fouch. Deep three, top of the key for Dempsey is way too long. Long rebound, though, nearly saved near the out-of-bounds far sideline by Ziegelmeyer. Comes up loose, Mathis gets it back, Vince Mathis for Lesterville. Here's Nolan Mathis with it across the timeline. Give off left wing, catch and shoot. Loffman knocks down another three. Holden Loffman red hot at the start. A pair of triples. Lesterville on top in the opening minutes, 6-0. Dempsey, high post area to Brakefield. Head fakes, puts it on the deck with the right hand. Head fakes into the corner. Moving on his pivot foot, comes back to his right hand. High off the glass, can't finish around Gibson. He got the defensive rebound and cleared it for Lesterville. Vince Mathis the other way for the Bearcats. Crossover dribble, attacks, gives him the corner. Brendan Myers head fakes, back left wing, Nolan Mathis. To Vince in the right, or near side left corner. Loffman cutting back to the basketball. Pull-up jumper from the left block, too strong. Gibson stole a defensive rebound right back from Brakefield. Kicks out left corner. Vince Mathis takes a three. It's too long. Defensive rebound cleared inside that time by Wolbert, but he threw it away right back to Nolan Mathis. Floater with the right hand at the rim doesn't go. And eventually this defensive rebound corralled by Wolbert hands it back off to Ryan Dempsey. Giants will bring it up. Minute and a half in. They're down 6-0. Left hand dribble on the far side wing. Now between the legs, coming back middle of the floor is Dempsey. Gives off right wing Fouch. Throws on the block Ziegelmeyer. Right back to Fouch. Back top of the key area over to Dempsey. Face guarded by Loffman. Around the screen, gives far side of the floor. Ziegelmeyer head fakes, attacks baseline. We got a whistle and a push-off foul. They're going to get a blocking foul inside, I believe, on Nolan Mathis. They do. Sophomore guard. He's proved to be a solid scorer and shooter here in his second season for the Bearcats, picking up the first foul call of the game. Inbound, Dempsey gets it right back from Brakefield. Left wing, cross court back here near side. Fouch, catch and shoot for three. He knocked it down. Lane Fouch, junior forward, splashes home a triple. Big-time stuff there from a guy who came in tonight averaging less than a point per game and hadn't knocked down a three all year. Here's Mathis in the middle of the lane, and a pretty friendly roll there for Vince Mathis as he gets the mid-range jumper to fall. St. Paul calls timeout. Lesterville with the early lead, 8-3, 5.5 left first quarter. This is the first timeout of the night, brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. Love to shop at Patsy's on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills. We will come on back in just a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Rolling hills, wooded forest, pasture, crops. If you've ever dreamed of having a place of your own in the country, we can help. So get back to your roots and back to the country with a fixed-rate loan from First State Community Bank and our partner, Farmer Mac. We'll work hard to find the right financing for your recreational property. See the team today or visit fscb.com for more information. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back to it, catch and shoot, right corner three, Lane Fouch doesn't go. Drew Brakefield got an offensive rebound and got fouled, trying to put it back up and in for St. Paul. Brendan Myers thoroughly disagrees. The Lesterville senior forward doesn't think there was any significant contact there, but Brakefield, senior center for St. Paul, will head to the line. Bearcats have the 8-3 lead here. First 2.5 minutes as Anthony Caruso has, admittedly, a fairly quiet and calm conversation with the official who made the call. Brakefield at the charity stripe will rattle home the first two. Drew Brakefield, who came into tonight so far on this season, averaging less than a point per game, but does average 3 boards per contest. He's shooting at just 25% from the charity stripe. Able to rattle home a pair, though, here. And St. Paul cuts it down to an 8-5 Lesterville lead at the start. Bearcats bring it up across the timeline. Vince Mathis, give it off. Nolan Mathis, catch and shoot. Left corner three. A little short. Fouch got the rebound. Handoff over to Dempsey. Giants the other way. Ryan Dempsey nearly had his pocket picked. Head fakes at the free throw line area. High arcing jumper doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. Tapped out of bounds. Last off of, they'll say, St. Paul. So Bearcats will get it back. Pair of three-pointers by Holden Loftman had them out in front 6-0. They're up by 3 here, 5 minutes left first quarter. Vince Mathis bringing it across half court. Give it left wing, Brendan Myers. Feed the high post area, Loftman. Now cross court pass Myers. Nolan Mathis, catch and shoot, a right wing three. It's short. Loftman got the long offensive rebound though. Kicks out. Vince Mathis head fake. Now in the middle of the lane, a little right hand floater goes. Vince Mathis got to a spot 5 feet from the bucket. Knocked down a pretty little teardrop. He's got 4 quick points. Lesterville leads 10-5. Brakefield across the timeline attacking. Euro step to the rim. Little runner with the right hand doesn't go. Rebound inside though, picked up. Offensive board and putback doesn't go for Wolberg. Cleared inside by Myers for Lesterville. Loftman the other way quickly behind the back dribble. Pulls it right out on here the left wing side. Now between the legs. Give it off extended from the far side wing. Mathis bounce pass on the high post to Myers. Throws it on the block to Gibson. Turnaround with the right hand goes and the foul. Nice feed inside by Brendan Myers. Better finish around the rim by James Gibson. The hoop and the harm. Makes it 12-5. Wholesale subs coming here for St. Paul. As freshman Devontae Minor, sophomore Garrett Dempsey, freshman Isaiah Dumas come in. 2 seniors staying out there, Garrett Dempsey and Cody Ziegelmeyer. Free throw missed by Gibson, but Myers got the rebound on the and one. Head fake back out top of the key area. Vince Mathis pull it out with a right hand dribble. Give it top of the key between the wheels. Loftman head fakes, puts it on the deck with the left hand, throws it high post area. Myers spinning, got to his right hand, got to the block, couldn't finish around contact, but was fouled. So Gibson missing the free throw, making it a chance for Lesterville with the offensive rebound. Myers getting it. Brendan Myers, as we mentioned, averaging double figures so far this season and reliable at the free throw line where he splashes home the first to 2 here. So again, the 5 on the floor for St. Paul right now is Minor, Garrett, and Ryan Dempsey, Ziegelmeyer, and Dumas. Second free throw goes for Brendan Myers as well. Lesterville's lead is 14-5. Bearcats defensively in man-to-man. Vincent Nolan Mathis, Brendan Myers, Holden Loftman, and now into the game for the first time tonight. Actually in place of Nolan Mathis, that's Cameron Boyer out there. James Gibson, the 5th for the Bearcats. Spinning baseline, far side of the floor, Ziegelmeyer. Hands off to Dumas, gets middle of the floor. Dumas lost the basketball on the bounce, out of bounds. We've actually got a whistle and a blocking foul is going to be called on Lesterville. I think they got it on Gibson. They do. It's his first personal second team foul. Right corner. Meyer on the catch, gives it off here on the near side wing. This is Garrett Dempsey pulling it out with the left, Ryan Dempsey with the left-hand dribble. Gives off to Garrett on the left wing. Throws it far side corner, Minor, nothing there. 3.5 left first quarter. Lesterville up 9. Left wing, Ryan Dempsey. Face guarded by Loftman, pulls it out with the right hand, gets the screen from Garrett, comes here near side, head fakes, throws up a wild runner on the baseline. It doesn't go, but we got a whistle and a foul, and they're going to call it on St. Paul. Or did they say that ball went over the backboard? Yeah, they say that shot thrown up that time by Ryan Dempsey went on the other side of the backboard out of bounds. Lesterville the other way. Boyer flops at high post area to Myers. Spinning, kicks out. Cameron Boyer catch and shoot top of the key for 3. It's too long. Rebound ping-ponged around. Gibson got to it, though, and throws it back up and in. James Gibson is a force on the glass. He's got 4 quick points. Lesterville has the double-digit lead for the first time today, 16-5. 3 minutes left first quarter. Garrett Dempsey around the Dumas screen. Try to throw it far side wing over to Ziegelmeyer, and we got a whistle and a reach-in foul. They are going to get Cameron Boyer for a reach-in. That's actually the 4th team foul in this quarter on Lesterville. First personal against Boyer. Giants will make another sub. Wolberg comes in. Ryan Dempsey will take a seat. 16-5, Bearcats on top. 3 minutes left first quarter. Devontae Minor, talented freshman, around a screen, gives out baseline. Jumper for Isaiah Dumas, doesn't go. Rebound fought for inside. Ziegelmeyer got it. Kick out, Garrett Dempsey on the baseline. A little right-hand floater, Wolberg, doesn't go. Cleared inside by Lesterville. Myers comes up with it. Bearcats the other way, Holden Loftman across the timeline. Give it off here, left wing, Brendan Myers. Back to Loftman between the wheels. Face guarded in the 1-3-1 zone by Garrett Dempsey. Throw it on the left block, Gibson. Kick back out over to Boyer. Now left wing, Loftman. That's the near side. Cross court to Nolan Mathis. Head fakes, puts it on the deck. Back to Loftman, left-hand dribble, middle of the floor. Had a shot blocked from behind by Garrett Dempsey. James Gibson comes up with a loose ball, though, and puts it up and in. Fast start for the postman, James Gibson. He's got 6 points for Lesterville. Bearcats lead 18-5. 2 minutes left first quarter. Garrett Dempsey, crossover dribble coming back to his right, and we've got a offensive foul. An illegal screen is going to be called on Isaiah Dumas. So he grabs his first personal, third team foul early on St. Paul. 13-point Bearcat lead. As we mentioned, their receiving votes not quite cracking the top 10 in Class 1 in the state yet, according to the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association, but a couple more wins in a row, and they'll be there. In the corner, far side of the floor, Myers throws it over to Boyer. Give it on the block back to Gibson. Now on the far side, wing to Myers. In the corner, Boyer. Back out top of the key area, Nolan Mathis. He'll hand off to Aiden Mathis into the game for the first time tonight. Cross-court pass here, near side corner. Catch and shoot for three. Nolan Mathis can't knock it down. Long offensive rebound, though, picked up by Boyer. Back out to Brendan Myers as he pulls it back out. And Lesterville resets. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. They have possession and a 13-point lead. Lob it in the high post, tipped. Myers got it back, though. Gets to the rim. Left-hand reverse layup doesn't go. Rebound picked up inside by Ryan Dempsey. He'll come the other way for St. Paul. Bounce pass here in the corner near side. Minor, high post area to Brakefield. Now on the left block, spinning to his right hand and laying it up and in is Wolberg. Good post-up look for Dylan Wolberg there. His first bucket makes it 18-7. A minute left in the first quarter. Nolan Mathis picked up his dribble. Over here to Aiden Mathis. Crossover dribble between his legs. He'll pull it out with a right-hand dribble. Give it far side wing over to Nolan. Now back in the corner to Aiden Matthews. Picked up his dribble for a moment. Gives out middle of the floor, Nolan. Right back to Aiden. Catch and shoot. Right wing three. Knocked it down. Aiden Mathis hits a corner triple. Third three-pointer of the opening quarter for Lesterville. Their lead is 21-7. Under a minute to play. Wolberg kicks out. Catch and shoot right side three for Minor. Too long for the freshman. Long rebound tapped out to Garrett Dempsey. Back to Ryan. Catch and shoot left wing for three. Rattled it home. Ryan Dempsey able to bang home his first bucket and make it 21-10. Under a half minute to play first quarter. Nolan Mathis, high post area, gives it to Myers. Has it tapped and knocked away. Loose to the right wing. Back to Aiden Mathis, though, after it got knocked away. Nolan Mathis gives left wing. Boyer lobs it on the left block. Gibson got post position. Couldn't finish. Put back up and in by Brendan Myers. Hustle there for Lesterville to make it 23-10. Under 10 seconds left in the half. Dempsey to bring it across half court with 4 seconds. Down to three around the screen. Pulls up off the dribble. Left wing, three, high arcing. No good at the horn. First quarter comes to a close. Lesterville matches their largest lead at the end of the first quarter. Bearcats lead St. Paul 23-10 after one. You're listening to high school boys basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Flex Equipment was founded as a family-owned and operated business, where it remains to this day. Known best for selling exceptional equipment such as Case IH, Hustler, Vermeer, Cub Cadet, Massey Ferguson, and many more. Flex Equipment is a proven company with certified technicians and customer service where you're more than just a number. Our certified technicians can diagnose, troubleshoot, repair, and maintain your equipment. Not just one color, but every color. Even if you don't purchase your equipment here, we can provide you with the best service available and the largest selection of parts. As the months turn colder, it's time to service your equipment, get it ready for spring and summer. Winterize your equipment and tune up any equipment that you'll need over the winter. We do that here, and we do it well. If you're in the market for a new compact tractor, blades, whatever the need, see us here at Fliggs Equipment. Make us your first stop. Fliggs Equipment, Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, and on the Outer Service Road in Ludington. Online 24/7 at fliggs.com. Fliggs Equipment. Let our family serve your family.
We welcome you back to coverage of high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you by Gilster Mary Lee of Perryville and the Gifford Lumber Company and Hearing Care Partners, both in Farmington. Let's take a quick peek at that broadcast schedule, brought to you by Hearing Care Partners. They listen so you can hear. We've got Valley Catholic and West County, a girl-boy doubleheader coming your way Friday night right here on the Sports Stream with coverage starting at 5:45 with the Fleets Equipment pregame show. We hope you join us Friday night for that coverage right here online on the Sports Stream on MyMoInfo.com and at our YouTube channel, MyMo Info Sports. St. Paul with a quick timeout as the second quarter begins. His ball nearly got trapped in the corner here near side of the floor. Justin Ford, head coach for St. Paul, trying to help out his senior guard, Ryan Dempsey. Largest lead is the lead Lesterville has right now, 13 points. They got a pair of back-to-back threes by Holden Loffman to open up the ball game. Vince Mathis chipped in 4 points. James Gibson matching Loffman with 6 points in that first quarter. That's a game high to pace the Bearcats so far. As out of the timeout, St. Paul Starting five is all back on the floor except for one. Devontae Minor, freshman, still out there for the Giants. Gets it on the bounce here in the inbounds on the corner near side of the floor. And we got a whistle for 3 seconds in the paint on Dylan Wolbert. Devontae Minor, the freshman, out there with Garrett and Ryan Dempsey, Lane Fouch and Dylan Wolbert. So no Ziegelmeyer and no Brakefield here to start the second quarter for St. Paul. Lesterville, Aiden and Vince Mathis out there with Holden Loftman, Cameron Boyer, Brendan Myers. Far side wing, Vince Mathis has it, gives it to Loftman in the corner, lobs it on the block. Myers open on the post up, lays it up and in. Brendan Myers and James Gibson both doing whatever they want on the post. 6 points each. Lesterville leads 25-10. Bounce pass, Minor puts it on the deck with the left hand, gives far side wing. Dempsey head fake, between the legs dribble to pull it out. Lob it back here near side of the floor. Devontae Minor, freshman, averaging just shy of 10 points a game. Pretty head fake, gets to his right hand, and off the Euro step, throws it off the glass and in. Devontae Minor's got skill for days, even at a young age. Here's a catch and shoot, left wing three. Holden Loftman in transition, can't knock it down for Lesterville. St. Paul gets it back down 25-12. A minute into the second quarter. Garrett Dempsey across the timeline. Thought about throwing it in the corner, now gives it high post area to Wolbert. Back to Minor, putting it in the hip pocket, between the legs dribble. Puts it on the deck, push off, gets it with the right hand. A little floater from 7 feet, doesn't go. Defensive rebound inside, picked up Myers. Lesterville back the other way. Loftman, long pass ahead into the corner, far side of the floor, Vince Mathis. The senior guard will pull it out, give it back here near side wing. This is Aiden Mathis. Back to Vince. Nearly had the catch and shoot three, head fake, put it on the deck. Now catch and shoot right side. Holden Loftman for three. Long. Rebound inside, picked up by Wolbert. Gets it ahead to Minor. The runner in transition goes. Devontae Minor, uncanny his ability to finish around the rim. Slices this to an 11-point Lesterville lead. 6 minutes left first half. Vince Mathis gives it off here in the corner to Boyer. Cross court back, far side to Aiden Mathis. Now back to Vince. Head fake, put it on the deck with the left hand. Runner with the right off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound tapped out of bounds. They'll say it's last off Brendan Myers in Lesterville. Subs made for St. Paul. Devontae Minor taking a seat. Lane Fouch as well. Brakefield and Ziegelmeyer are back out there. 25-14, Lesterville on top. Less than 6 minutes left in the first half. Left wing, Brakefield, put it on the deck at the top of the key. Now gives on a handoff back over to Garrett Dempsey with a right-hand dribble. Running floater in the baseline, doesn't go. It's short, got his own miss though. Give it back off Ziegelmeyer. Throw it far side block, Wolbert, nothing there. Little handoff to Ryan Dempsey, attacks baseline, gets to his right hand with the reverse and lays it in. Timeout, Lesterville. Ryan Dempsey with a pretty move to the bucket. He's got 5 points. St. Paul has got it back to single digits. Timeout, Bearcats. Lesterville leads St. Paul 25-16. This timeout brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. 5.5 left here in the second quarter. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Missouri invites you to come on down and let us help you find your next vehicle. Purchasing a car, SUV, or truck can be an overwhelming experience. The Gateway crew will help you find the right vehicle for your personal or family needs. We offer 24-month or less, no-interest loans for qualified buyers. Come on down to 509 Lincoln Drive and let us help you find a reliable vehicle that fits your wallet.
This is high school basketball on regional radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Jefferson College of Hillsborough and Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus. St. Paul already pulling off one upset over Lesterville tonight in the girls' game. Our Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy scoreboard led by as much as 21 in the first half. Giant ladies able to win 62-54 to snap a 4-game Lesterville winning streak. Couple of putback attempts at the rim don't go for the Bearcats here out of a timeout. James Gibson gets another offensive board, though, maybe the fourth of that possession, and lays one up and in. Gibson's got a game-high 8. Back to an 11-point Lesterville lead, 27-16. 5 minutes left second quarter. Drew Brakefield with a right-hand dribble trying to give it on a handoff. Gets it to Garrett Dempsey. Nearly has it stolen after the crossover. Throws it corner far side of the floor. Ryan Dempsey will attack baseline. Got it on the block to Wolbert. Had it knocked away. Aiden Mathis with the steal. Lesterville in transition. Ahead to Vince Mathis. Scoop shot with the right hand goes in the foul. Good steal by Aiden Mathis and a good run out and a layup for Vince Mathis. The hoop and the harm, and that'll be our McDonald's fast break of the game. They call the foul on Brakefield, I believe, which is his first personal. That's 14 fouls each here. Vince Mathis gets the bonus free throw to roll home, so he's now got 7 points. 30-16 Lesterville lead. 4.5 left in the half. Dempsey gives top of the key area to Ziegelmeyer. Ryan Dempsey gets it back. Catch and shoot. A deep three is a little too long. Rebound picked up inside Brendan Myers. Lesterville the other way. Loftman far side wing. Head fakes. Attacks baseline. Got stuck between the double team. Kick out. Knocked away out of bounds. Deflected off of Woolbird and St. Paul. Giants will make a substitution. Fouch comes back in. So too does Devontae Minor. Taking the place of Garrett Dempsey and Dylan Woolbird. Lesterville gets Nolan Mathis back out there, as well as James Gibson, taking the place of Boyer and Myers. Inbound to Loftman. He'll give it here near side wing. Nolan Mathis looking for something to open up. Throws far side wing to Vince Mathis. Extended. Now in the corner, far side of the floor. Loftman a head fake. Puts it on the deck. Baseline jumper from about 8 feet. Doesn't go. Long rebound tapped out of bounds. They say it's last off of St. Paul. Bearcats are going to keep it halfway through the second quarter. They lead 30-16. Inbound coming for Nolan Mathis. Gets it to Vince. Head fakes. Got to the rim with the left hand. Had his shot blocked at the rim. Ryan Dempsey comes up with a loose ball. Going the other way in transition. Trying to get baseline. Will kick out. Back to between the wheels over to Brakefield. To Minor. Give off over to Fauci in the corner near side of the floor. Back to Brakefield. On the wing over to Ziegelmeyer. Bounce to the far side of the floor. 3:45 left in the half. Ryan Dempsey with it. And we got a whistle. And they're going to call an illegal screen call on Drew Brakefield. Picks up his second personal in a hurry. Team foul number 5 in the half on St. Paul. Another sub coming for the Giants as Brakefield takes a seat. Tanner Randolph, senior center, I should say, will take his place. Loftman will bring it up the floor. Lesterville showing, looks like a 2-3 zone defensively here. Lob it on the block far side. Gibson spinning back to his left hand, middle of the paint. Kicks out here on the near side wing. Loftman had it poked away, got it back though. Spinning, gives off here, extended from the left wing to Aiden Mathis. Back far side of the floor to Vince. Hop step, got to the rim, scoop shot with the right hand. We got a whistle before that though. With 3.5 left in the second quarter. We got a reach-in foul called on Devontae Minor. Freshman guard for St. Paul will get his first personal. Team foul number 6. So Lesterville a foul away from being in the bonus the rest of the half. Nolan Mathis to inbound, lobs it back right at the top of the arc to Brendan Myers. Given the wing, far side, Vince Mathis. Off the dribble, two-pointer is way short. Rebound picked up Ryan Dempsey. St. Paul the other way. Minor, hop step, gets to the rim. Throws one up around contact, but they'll say he traveled before. Minor certainly got some skill for a freshman and can finish around the rim. Drew contact there that probably would have led to a foul call if he hadn't walked. Vince Mathis the other way for Lesterville. Hop step, gives it in the corner. Catch and shoot. Left three, not good for Aiden Mathis. Vince got the rebound, couldn't throw it high off the glass and in. Vince Mathis gets another. Nolan Mathis rather got the offensive rebound. He puts it up and in. First bucket for Nolan Mathis there comes with hustle on the offensive glass. Lesterville is doubled up St. Paul for their largest lead. Bearcats on top of St. Paul 32-16, less than 3 minutes left here in the first half. We'll take a break. Timeout brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. You're listening to high school basketball on the Mimo Info Sports Stream.
With the new year comes the resolution to living a healthier lifestyle. You're on your way when you put Farm Fresh Prairie Farms dairy products on your family's table. Wholesome, delicious dairy products like yogurt and cottage cheese, sour cream dips, and milk. Prairie Farms is farmer-owned and has delivered to your local grocer since 1938. Add Prairie Farms to your breakfast, lunch, or dinner table and be on your way to a healthier new year. Prairie Farms, dedicated farmers, happy cows, and good milk.
Another check of that Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy scoreboard shows us in high school girls basketball tonight. We had a clash of Class 1 District 3 teams this evening that saw St. Paul upset Lesterville 52-44, or 62-54, excuse me. South Iron tonight also out of Class 1 District 3, the number 1 ranked team in the state. Class 1 girls hoops, they rolled past Bunker to improve to 8-2, and 92-16 win this evening. Here in boys basketball action, Lesterville receiving votes in the Class 1 state rankings. They're up 32-16 on St. Paul. Left wing with it for the Giants is Ryan Dempsey. Gives it to Garrett Dempsey. Bounce on the block to Ziegelmeyer. Throws it over to Wolbert. Nice pass back to Garrett Dempsey for an easy right-hand layup. That was good, big to big passing inside on the block by St. Paul, leading to an easy bucket. The first of the night for Garrett Dempsey. Lesterville, though, still up 14. 2.5 left in the first half. Vince Mathis gives over to Holden Loftman, far side of the floor. Now back here extended from the left wing. This is Vince Mathis, senior point guard with the right hand. Off to Loftman. Head fakes, puts it on the deck baseline. Throw it middle of the paint area to Myers. Can't finish with the right hand at the rim. Defensive rebound inside Wolbert. Giants the other way. Garrett Dempsey tries to go coast to coast. Can't throw it up with the right hand off the glass. Myers clears for Lesterville. Bearcats the other way. Give it off left wing. Head fake by Loftman. Gives out. Catch and shoot. Open top of the key for three is Nolan Mathis. He can't hit it. Rebound tapped around. Eventually Loftman comes up with it and throws it up and in. James Gibson is dominating down low. He tapped that ball around a couple different times, leading to an easy layup for Holden Loftman, who now has 8 points. 34-18. Lesterville on top. Final 90 seconds of the first half. Garrett Dempsey, give off left wing. Devontae Minor, deep three, knocked it down. Devontae Minor from somewhere over in Fredericktown splashes a long triple. He's got 7. St. Paul still down 34-21. Give it in the corner here near side of the floor. Loftman lobs on the left block, bounce to Gibson. Nice dream shake, came back to his left, put it up and in with the right hand off the glass. James Gibson with 10 points in the first half. 36-21 lead for Lesterville. Final minute of the first half, and now a steal. Vince Mathis knocks it away. Nolan Mathis comes up with a loose ball. Loftman throws it middle paint area to Myers. Kick out Vince Mathis. Corner far side of the floor. Head fakes. Puts it on the deck. Goes baseline. Gets to the cup. Lays it in and a foul. Vince Mathis with another hoop in the arm. He, a moment ago, had one in transition that was tonight's fast break of the game, powered by your local McDonald's, where your Egg McMuffin is always made with the freshly cracked egg, and McDonald's, another great reason to wake up to the favorites you love. Free throw rattles out. Defensive rebound eventually picked up by Ziegelmeyer, but it's 38-21. Lesterville on top, 40 seconds left in the half. Catch and shoot, right corner. Minor for three. He got a little help from the glass, but he put it in. Devontae Minor putting on a show. The freshman off the bench has 10. St. Paul still down 14. Loftman head fake, throw it in the corner here near side. Catch and shoot three. Nolan Mathis answers right back. His first triple, he's got 5. Lesterville is back up 17, 41-24. Final 20 seconds, pushing Dempsey, had the ball knocked away. Nolan Mathis comes up with it. Throw it ahead to Vince Mathis on the right block. Can't finish, Minor blocked the shot. Goes out of bounds, last off of St. Paul, but a great hustle there by Devontae Minor, the freshman. Vince Mathis will inbound on the baseline, near side, gets it on the right block to Myers. He got fouled before putting it up between two defenders. They're going to call it on Ziegelmeyer, which is his first personal. Actually, his second. Team foul number 8. So this should be a 1-and-1, and it will be for Brendan Myers. Already has 6 points tonight. Averages about 11 a game. He and James Gibson both are averaging 11 points and at least 9 rebounds per contest. So 2 double-double guys as seniors for Lesterville to go with all the scoring and shooting they have in the backcourt with the many Mathis kids that are on this team and the very talented Holden Loftman. Brendan Myers to the charity stripe. Came into tonight shooting about 64%, but he misses the front end, but a steal by Loftman after Garrett Dempsey had it. 5 seconds left in the half. We got a collision here right in front of us, near side of the floor. Vince Mathis trying to get to a loose ball, runs into Dylan Wolbert. They're going to call Vince Mathis for a foul. His first personal. 4.7 seconds left in the half. St. Paul will have the inbound. Dylan Wolbert inbound right next to the scorer's table. Gets it to Ryan Dempsey. Stuck between a double team. Tried to throw a shot up around Luffman. No foul called. To Myers at the horn. Half court heave. Just off the mark. First half comes to a close. Lesterville has matched its largest advantage here at the break. Bearcats lead St. Paul 41-24 here at halftime at Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington. Midwest Sports Center halftime show is coming up. We're going to talk to St. Paul girls head coach Andy Sherrill about their win tonight as they knocked off Lesterville on the girls side of things, and we'll recap this game as well. So come on back and join us for the Midwest Sports Center halftime show. After this timeout, you're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Have you ever misplaced your debit card and worried while you try to find it? Hi, Paul Hale here at New Era Bank, and our new app offers Secure Swipe. Secure Swipe allows you to turn your debit card on or off from the convenience of your cell phone. While your card is off, you have the safety of knowing that no one can access your account from your debit card. Download our new app today and get this and many other new features. Call or visit any of our locations to get more information, or visit our website at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, your local home of the no bull deal. The word local, you've heard the phrase shop local, buy local, but do you really think exactly what that means? When you shop here at Lucas Smith, you put your trust in the hands of all of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local, and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
Welcome to the Midwest Sports Center Halftime Show on Regional Radio.
This is Josh Harris, the owner of Midwest Sports Center in Farmington. Remember, for all of your on-the-road, off-the-road, or on-the-water fun, come and see us, Midwest Sports Center in Farmington.
Midwest Sports Center Halftime Show. Stop by, see Josh and the gang at Midwest Sports Center today on Walker Drive in Farmington. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, Can-Am, Spyder, and Sea-Doo. Like them on Facebook or shop them online at Midwest Sports Center. On the road, off the road, or in the water, Midwest Sports Center has it all.
Drew Brakefield with a right-hand dribble, trying to give it on a handoff. Gets it to Garrett Dempsey. Nearly has it stolen after the crossover. Throws it the corner, far side of the floor. Ryan Dempsey will attack baseline. Got it on the block to Wolbert. Had it knocked away. Aiden Mathis with the steal. Lesterville in transition. Ahead to Vince Mathis. Scoop shot with the right hand. Goes in the foul. Good steal by Aiden Mathis. And a good run out and a layup for Vince Mathis. The hoop and the harm. And that'll be our McDonald's fast break of the game. As you just heard, the fast break of the game brought to you by your local McDonald's. Vince Mathis had 9 points in that first half for Lesterville. Bearcats lead St. Paul 41-24, our halftime score here in the boys' game. Girls' game we had earlier tonight saw Lesterville fall. Their 4-game win streak came to a close. Meanwhile, St. Paul scoring a nice victory over a district opponent, 62-54 the final. We're joined here on Regional Radio in the Mineral Area College broadcast booth by the head coach of the Giants, Andy Sherrill. Your girls knocked down some very big shots early, which allowed you to create a lot of space. That said, I imagine a lot of the things that you've seen from this club all year sort of crept in the rest of the way. So, considering that Lesterville got back into this thing, how nice was it to see somebody like Olivia Ayers, a junior, knock down a big shot from beyond the arc there to make it a 10-point game again at the end? And then, of course, your terrific freshman point guard, Briley Durbin, making plays both ends of the floor to seal it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that is great for us is the depth is coming. You know, our program is getting bigger. We got more kids. We're playing more minutes, and I thought that our bench was really the key today to be able to come in, get some minutes, because my goodness, we couldn't stop fouling, and we couldn't stop turning ball over, and we couldn't rebound, and all the things that we'll watch film and try and be better at. But at the end of the day, it ended up being a game I kind of expected. I kind of thought it was going to be close, and it kind of depended on who could score. Yes, we came out to a really great start, and that's nice. But, you know, when you make shots, it makes you look like a genius as a coach. And when they miss shots, you look like you're going to blow a 20-point lead, and everybody's mad at you. So, you know, that's the nature of the game that we play, and it's a game, and it's teenage kids. So. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we did get a district win against a good Lesterville team.
Yeah, and I imagine as a coach, even though you're frustrated with how those things went with the fouls and turnovers there throughout the second half especially, you have teaching points now that you can bring up for your girls even when you get the win.
Yeah, and so that's the difference, right? When you're we've been on the other side of that so many times in the last 5 years of the early start of this program in our school. And, you know, now that you start getting 10, 11 girls that could play in a varsity game as opposed to being a brand new player and trying to learn at the varsity level, we have JV games now and people are starting to get experience, and I'm really proud of them. And like a girl like Olivia, sometimes she's a great shooter, but you never know what you're going to get from her sometimes defensively. And she did hit a big shot and knocked down all 3 free throws, which was a real struggle for us at Valley Catholic earlier. So I'm happy for the girls that they were able to do that.
Yeah, Ayers came up huge, not just with the triple we talked about, but those 3 free throws as well down the stretch. We mentioned Briley Durbin, our player of the game, but Paige James, she's been around this program for a very long time, and in her senior season, She had a nice night tonight again with 15 points, and she had the bucket that pretty much won that game for you. I imagine out of that timeout you were saying, hey, do what you can to get something at the rim or to eat as much clock as possible here at the end so that we can widen this back out against Lesterville.
Yeah, I think inbounds plays are key. You got to make sure that you work on them and you're ready for them. I felt we could execute that inbounds play to get the ball specifically to her. We were able to do it, and then she made the shot. So, she is a little sore because she was in a wreck over the holidays. Like, she's actually hit by a drunk driver, and we're just thankful to God that she's okay and able to play basketball. That's most important of anything. But so she was a little sore and trying to make sure she could get through the game, but I thought she really did well.
I think she more than acquitted herself based on how those things are going. You mentioned in pregame you've been playing a tough schedule. That'll continue right away tomorrow night. You got Scott City coming in here, going to continue to test yourselves. So that'll be a great thing for your girls. They got to win against a quality opponent tonight, and you get to play another one right away tomorrow.
Yeah, it's back-to-back there, and Scott City is a very similar team to Lesterville. They're just a little bit bigger and more physical, and they're not quite as good as shooters as Lesterville. They don't have two kids that can really shoot the three, so it'll be probably a similar style of game. We just got to make sure that in this short turnaround that we watch film and we do our job and we get ready, and we got to find out who's healthy, and there's going to be some sore kids tomorrow, so who's going to be healthy and ready to play, and you get to play the games. That's what's fun, and we're not finished yet. We don't really want this to be the pinnacle of what we're trying to do. We got a big tournament this weekend where we go to Jeff City, and we're playing up at Calvary Lutheran, so we'll see what happens there, and then come back, and it's Eminence and Viburnum, so there's no rest for who you got, and some nice long trips ahead of us too.
Certainly feels like it's made your ball club better, though, watching them tonight. We appreciate you having us this evening. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate the coverage.
Andy Sherrill, the head coach of the St. Paul Giants girls, they are winners tonight. 62-54 is your final. They beat Lesterville. We'll tell you about how the boys' first half went when the Midwest Sports Center halftime show continues next on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, welcome to the UPS store.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this package.
Great, I can help you with that and every other ing.
Did you just say every other ing?
Printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs.
Shredding.
Yep.
Mailboxing.
Uh-huh.
Notarizing?
That too.
Wow, that's really some ing.
Now you're getting it.
The UPS store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS store in Festus. See us now at our new location at 650 North Creek Drive next to Tiger Express Car Wash.
Back to coverage of high school basketball on regional radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Midwest Sports Center in Farmington and your local area McDonald's. Midwest Sports Center halftime show rounding out. Lesterville boys leading 41-24 over St. Paul here as we get ready to start the second half. Let's look at some first half totals. Lesterville matching their largest lead of the game at the halftime break. They had balanced scoring. James Gibson, senior forward, leading the way with 10 points. Vince Mathis had 9. Holden Loffman had 8, including back-to-back threes to open the ball game. Brandon Myers had 6. Nolan Mathis had 5, and Aiden Mathis had 3, rounding out the scoring for the 9-3 Bearcats. St. Paul, meanwhile, paced by 10 points from the electrifying freshman Devontae Minor, came off the bench to keep the Giants afloat there in that first half. Other than that scoring, they got 5 from Ryan Dempsey, 3 from Lane Fouch, and 2 each from Garrett Dempsey, Dylan Woolbird, and Drew Brakefield as the Giants come in, having lost 7 of their last 8, 3-10 overall this season. Just about ready to start the second half here tonight. One more reminder for you on the Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule. We had a great girls game this evening and should have a fun one on Friday night here on the sports stream. Part of a girl-boy doubleheader is Valley Catholic, a district champion a year ago. They're going to take on Dream Teamer Dory McRaven and the West County Bulldogs in Leadwood. It'll be coming your way with coverage starting Fleets Equipment pregame show, 5:45 Friday night, right here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. And we'll have the boys game as well. That was a matchup that pretty much in both meetings last year determined who won the MAAA small school division conference championship a year ago. Valley Catholic they split with West County a year ago and split the conference title, trying to win it outright this year, looking to score that win on Friday evening. Ready to start the second half here for boys action. Lesterville with the 17-point lead. Bearcats in the Road Reds get the basketball to start it, and they'll attack the bucket to our right. Throw it in the corner to Vince Mathis. 2-3 zone shown defensively by St. Paul. Senior point guard pulls it out with a crossover dribble on far side wing. Now give it here near side of the floor, Holden Loftman. One bounce, throw it at corner, catch and shoot. Right side three, Nolan Mathis, a little long. Rebound picked up inside, cleared away. Coming the other way, this is Ryan Dempsey. Give it out here in the corner to Fouch, right back to Dempsey on the left wing. Face guarded by Loftman, goes baseline. Didn't have anything. Back to the wing and Brakefield. On the curl, Fouch gets it. Tried to kick out from the high post area, gets it back on the bounce. Far side wing, putting on the deck, Drew Brakefield. Back to Dempsey on the right wing. Around the screen, back to Brakefield. Open on the right elbow, takes the jumper. Bounces off the side of the iron. Defensive rebound inside, Nolan Mathis. Lesterville the other way. Vince Mathis bringing it ahead. Little head fake, getting to his left hand. Up and under move with a right hand at the rim. Doesn't go. Rebound picked up inside by Brakefield. Dempsey the other way. Gives off far side wing. Gets it right back from Dylan Wolberg. Now to Ryan Dempsey. Now Brakefield. Swing it here near side. This is Lane Fouch. Face guarded by Vince Mathis. Nearly a steal. It is taken away. Holden Loftman got it from Ryan Dempsey. Goes to the rim with ease to lay it in. Nice steal by Holden Loftman, who's in double figures. Up to 10 points. First bucket of the half makes it a 43-24 Lesterville lead. Dempsey, far side of the floor. Brakefield trying to break some full court pressure ahead to Wolberg. Nice hop step, Euro move to the bucket with the right hand. Can't finish. Rebound tapped around out of bounds. They'll say last off of Cody Ziegelmeyer and St. Paul. Minute and a half into the second half. Lesterville, as long as they keep building the lead from here on out, will always have their largest lead of the game. Vince Mathis to get it across half court with a right hand dribble. Throws it top of the key area over to Nolan Mathis. Now high post area Myers. Lob it inside for James Gibson on the block. Lost it in the middle of the paint. So St. Paul gets it back. 2 minutes into the second half. Down 19. Drew Brakefield to bring it across half court. Gives it on a handoff. Ryan Dempsey gets the screen from Wolberg going around it. Gets baseline. Shot is partially blocked by Brendan Myers on the jumper. Good defensive hustle there by the senior forward. He'll give it off to Loftman, bring it across the timeline. Head fake, gives it on a left-hand dribble. Touch pass in the corner from Nolan Mathis to Vince. Goes baseline, got to his right hand, and a little scoop shot off the glass is good. Vince Mathis with 11 points now tonight. 45-24, Lesterville on top. Gonna whistle and a reach-in foul by Nolan Mathis before we even got to the center circle at half court. Subs made for St. Paul here after the first foul of the half. Second personal called on Nolan Mathis. Devontae Miner, who was star of the first half for St. Paul with 10 points off the bench, comes back in. Garrett Dempsey out there as well, taking the place of Fouch and Ziegelmeyer. Ball's thrown away, coming up with a steal. Loftman throws it ahead. Vince Mathis can't finish, but coming down to clean up and throw it up and in with the left hand is James Gibson. He's got 12 points, 47-24. Lesterville leads, and now another steal. Vince Mathis comes up with it, and we got a whistle and a reach-in foul from behind on Miner. No, they're going to call it on Drew Brakefield, excuse me. That'll be his third personal. First foul of the half on the Giants. Miner's going to take a seat. Ziegelmeyer right back in. Inbound to Loftman from Nolan Mathis. He'll give it off to Vince Mathis on the near side wing. Back to Loftman between the wheels. Mathis a touch pass on the block. Gibson right side. High off the glass. Got it to go. Nice finish around. A little contact by James Gibson. He's up to 14. Lesterville's lead is 25. 5 minutes left third quarter. Pass stolen away nearly for a moment. Vince Mathis got it. Loose ball. Ryan Dempsey throws it on the block to Brakefield, but after the head fake, shot is still blocked out of bounds by Brendan Myers. Did they call him for a foul? They got a whistle and a foul call on Brendan Myers. I heard the ball get slapped. So that sure sounded like a clean foul. But Brendan Myers instead gets hit with his second personal. Dylan Wolberg to the stripe, and he will hit the first of two. Wolberg came into tonight. That was a pretty looking stroke from the free throw line. He came into this evening shooting it at an even 50%. Averages about 3 points, 5 rebounds per contest. Second free throw will rattle home as well. Wolberg has 4 points tonight, but St. Paul still trails 49-26. Vince Mathis across the timeline, gives it off here near side of the floor. That is Myers, lobs it on the block. Gibson able to catch around two defenders. Can't throw it high off the glass and in. Got his own miss, though, and put it up and in, plus the foul. James Gibson starting to dominate down low. He's got a game-high 16. Lead is 25 again for Lesterville here. Less than 5 minutes left, third quarter. Got a discussion here between one of the officials and St. Paul head coach Justin Ford at midcourt. As Gibson, who is a dominant force inside, as we mentioned, averaging nearly a double-double per game. 11 points, almost 10 rebounds per contest. Missed the end one. Loftman got the rebound, though. And now we got a whistle, and they're going to call Aiden Matthews for a travel. So the miss there on the free throw that time by Gibson. He shoots it at about 67.5% on the season. Brakefield in transition the other way for St. Paul. Has the shot rejected from behind. No foul there for sure. Brendan Myers with a heck of a swat. So 4.5 left, third quarter. Inbound coming. Ryan Dempsey has it. Nearly stolen away by Loftman. Throws it in the corner here near side of the floor to Brakefield. Sets the screen for him. Around it, Brakefield throws it far side block to Ziegelmeyer. Bounce pass over on the wing to Brakefield. Now give it back out. Garrett Dempsey around the screen, top of the key area. Gets another screen. Pulls up with a jumper here just inside the arc left side. Brendan Myers blocks another shot. Myers with the rejection. And with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, St. Paul keeps it, but they're still down big. Left wing catch and shoot. Ryan Dempsey for three. It's way long. Fight for the rebound. Tapped out. Lesterville had it for a second. Stolen by Woolbird, but now we're going to say he double dribbled. Trying to do some quick math here. It should be 51-26. Scoreboard reads 49-26. 4 minutes left, third quarter. Right wing here, Vince Mathis with Lesterville possessing it. 2-3 zone defensively for St. Paul. Give it back far side of the floor, Aiden Mathis. Over to Brendan Myers in the far corner. On the left block, Gibson throws it back over to Myers, attacking the bucket. Kicks out right wing. Vince Mathis lost it. Head fakes a three. Shot attempt inside, rejected. Ryan Dempsey with the block. Run out ahead for Ziegelmeyer. Left hand, can't throw it up. Got fouled. Aiden Mathis getting back in transition will get whistled for the foul call. That should be his first personal. It is. 3 team fouls in the third quarter on St. Paul. Ziegelmeyer to the free throw line where coming into this evening, he had been just 14% on the season. Averages about 3 points, a rebound and a half per contest. Splashed the first one home, second one too. Pretty stroke for a guy who'd struggled at the free throw line so far this season. His first 2 points of the night make it 51-28. The other way, Loftman kicks out in the corner here near side of the floor. Vince Mathis, a head fake, throw it far side wing. Aiden Mathis back to Vince here on the right wing. Trying to lob it on the block for Gibson, nothing there. 3.5 left, third quarter. Loftman, no look pass, high post area. Myers got back to his left hand, throws it up, got fouled. Nice move by Brendan Myers to the cup after he got to the middle of the paint. And a whistle and a reach-in foul is called on Brakefield. That's his fourth personal. Sub coming for St. Paul. Jake Flowers, a sophomore forward, is going to come in for the first time tonight. Myers will be nothing but nylon on the first of 2. So he is now 3 of 4 this evening at the charity stripe. Again, scoreboard says 28-50. Fairly certain it's 28-52. Second free throw does not go for Myers. Rebound tapped around. Garrett Dempsey comes up with it for St. Paul. 3 minutes left, third quarter. It's a 20-point-plus deficit. Anyway, you spin it for Lesterville. Dempsey, left-hand dribble, tried to get to the middle of the paint. Got stuck, kicked it back out. Ryan Dempsey, nearly stolen. Up and under move, throws a floater up with the right hand, right side of the floor. Doesn't go. Myers clears for Lesterville. Bearcats the other way. Aiden Mathis brings it across the timeline, far side of the floor. Got double teamed for a second down, kicks it out here, near side wing, Cameron Boyer. Right back the other side of the floor, Loftman with a quick pass. Attacks baseline, throws up the floater with the right hand, got fouled middle of the paint. I think they're going to get Dylan Woolbird for a reach-in, which that is his second personal. 4 team fouls right now on the Giants. Inbound coming on the baseline, far side of the floor. It'll be Boyer to take it for Lesterville. Aiden Mathis gets the lob, top of the key area, try to throw it back inside to Myers. Steal made, Garrett Dempsey. St. Paul the other way, ahead to Ziegelmeyer, spinning, has it stolen right back by Holden Loffman. Senior guard looking to go coast to coast, gets to his left hand, gets to the rim. Holden Loffman with a solid night, 12 points. Comes up with another steal defensively here, got it to Aiden Mathis. And they're going to say timeout called by Lesterville as he had it in the corner far side of the floor. Scoreboard again reads 52-28. Pretty sure it should be 54-28 though. 2.5 left third quarter. Timeout called. Lesterville leads St. Paul. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
In 1973, Comtree was established to meet a great need through opening a halfway house. The spark of meeting residents' needs continues to reignite in 2019. We've expanded our services to become the mental health safety net of Jefferson County while offering nationally recognized dental care and primary care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
Coverage of high school basketball on regional radio and the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Mineral Area College in Park Hills and New Era Bank in Farmington, Park Hills, Deloge, and Bonne Terre. Didn't get a chance to mention in pregame, but this is a clash of styles in the sense that Lesterville came into tonight a high-scoring outfit, averaging about just shy of 70 points per game. And St. Paul tonight, they're coming into tonight giving up a little less than 63 a game. So one great offense, one goes against one defense that's been struggling, and the result has worked well for Lesterville so far. They lead it by 26 here, 2.5 left third quarter. Offensive rebound picked up by Cameron Boyer after a three-pointer by Aiden Matthews. Throws it in the corner to Gibson. Now kick it out top of the key. Loffman catch and shoot for three. It doesn't go. Aiden Matthews gets another offensive board. Ball knocked loose inside. Picked up by Isaiah Dumas. Here comes St. Paul the other way. Devontae Minor kick it in the corner. Catch and shoot. Left three for Garrett Dempsey. Too short. Rebound picked up inside Aiden Matthews. Lesterville clears the other way. Myers touch pass by Loffman. Stolen away along the baseline that time by Tanner Randolph. Minor back the other way for the Giants. Little head fake. Stuck middle of the lane. Floater from the right hand goes. Just extended from the left block. Devontae Minor's first bucket of the second half. He's got a team high 12 points. Giants still down 24 though. In the corner near side, Boyer to Aiden Matthews. Now back out over to Loffman. Gives it out here over to Mathis again on the right wing. Back to Loffman, left side. Head fakes a three, puts it on the deck. Back to Mathis. Pulling it out with a routine the legs dribble. 2-3 zone defensively for St. Paul. Loffman a little head fake. Pull up off the bounce. Baseline jumper from the right side doesn't go. Dumas got the rebound. St. Paul bringing it the other way. Garrett Dempsey face guarded by Loffman. Still hasn't got it across the timeline. Now gets it past midcourt with a behind the back dribble. Throws it on the block inside over to Fouch. Gets it back out to Dempsey. Bounce pass far side, wing Minor. Gets the high screen from Randolph. Head fake, left hand floater with his right hand rather. A little too strong. Long rebound to Mathis. Throws it ahead to Loffman in transition, who will lay it up and in. Easy run out bucket for Holden Loffman, who's now got 14. Lesterville's lead is 56-30. Final minute third quarter. Head faking, Fouch far side of the floor. Gives it off to Minor. Now throws it left wing. Catch and shoot. Dempsey will take a three. It's short. Loffman the rebound. Lesterville the other way. Aiden Mathis. Lob it ahead. Gibson can't finish. Rebound, though, tapped around. Comes out Mathis. Loffman gives it right back to him. Catch and shoot right wing. Aiden Mathis for three. It rims in and out. Gibson got another offensive rebound. Put it up and in. James Gibson cannot be contained on the offensive glass. He's got 18, a game high. Lesterville leads 58-30. Final 15 seconds of the third quarter. Around the screen, now a step back, deep three. Devontae Minor doesn't go, bouncing off the rim. Rebound Gibson. Loffman will come the other way, under 5 seconds. Give it in the corner here near side. Brendan Myers, catch and shoot for three, is way short at the buzzer, and the third quarter comes to a close. All Lesterville, Bearcats lead St. Paul 58-30 here at Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington. We'll be back for the final quarter after this. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College and you.
Welcome back to coverage of high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills and the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Farmington, Deloge, Fredericktown, and Ironton. We're here in Farmington, Thomas Gymnasium. St. Paul Giants at home in a hole here as we start the fourth quarter. Lesterville showing why they got some votes. Class 1 state rankings, Bearcats lead at 58-30. Got a whistle and a foul call here to start things. I think they got Landon Martin, yes, freshman or sophomore into the game for Lesterville for the first time tonight, picks up a quick personal. 14 fouls apiece here in the second half. A little runner with the right hand doesn't go inside for Dylan Woolberg. Devontae Minor got the offensive rebound, couldn't put it up and in. Cleared, and coming the other way is Vince Mathis for Lesterville. Picked up his dribble after he got across the timeline, throws it far side, wing to Martin. Gets it in the corner to Nolan Mathis, and they'll say he stepped on the baseline out of bounds. So far tonight, Lesterville balanced scoring as per usual. We mentioned they came in averaging just shy of 70 points per game. They've gotten 18 from James Gibson, 14 from Holden Loffman, and 11 from Vince Mathis. Ryan Dempsey, leading scorer on the year for St. Paul, gets it across the timeline and has it stolen. Vince Mathis picked his pocket and will go coast to coast to lay it in. So that's now 13 for Vince Mathis, an even 30-point lead, 60-30 here, opening moments of the fourth quarter. Head faking is Dempsey, and he ended up picking up his pivot foot along the baseline and walking. In a 30-point game, the clock should now continue to run at even with out-of-bounds situations. No stoppages except timeouts can stop it with a 30-point margin. That enacts the turbo clock. Kick in the corner for Lesterville. Now after a head fake, three ball is rattled home by Nolan Mathis. He's been a little quiet tonight, but he does now have 8 points this evening. Lesterville in command, 63-30. Devontae Minor quickly the other way. Throws up a runner with the right hand, got fouled in the middle of the paint. I think they are going to call this on Cameron Boyer. No, they will say it's on... There's no 33 on the floor. That should be on Cameron Boyer. It'll be his first or second of the night, 15th foul. Inbound for St. Paul. Dempsey lobs it up free throw line area to Fouch. Got hit by Boyer. So he picks up a pair of fouls quickly. And St. Paul have another inbound here as the clock does start to wind here in a 33-point game. Bounce pass in the corner to Minor on the inbounds for the Giants. Screen set by Dempsey. Minor goes around it, kicks back out. Here's the pick and pop three for Ryan Dempsey. Too long. Offensive rebound. Dylan Woolberg got it inside, and he got fouled on the floor by James Gibson. So good hustle there on the boards by Dylan Woolberg. Senior forwards not lighting it up, but having a nice night. Gibson picks up his second personal. 17 fouls on Lesterville, so St. Paul is in the bonus at least the rest of the way. Woolberg, the lefty, free throw, no good. So he can't earn the back half, even though he hit a pair earlier tonight. He's got 4 points. Lesterville the other way, left wide open on the right block is Gibson. Nice touch pass from Nolan Mathis leads to the easy lay-in. That's an even 20 points for James Gibson tonight, and it's 65-30. Bearcats on top. 5.5 left to play. Dempsey around a screen, pulls up, left corner, three off the dribble, will rim in and out. Nolan Mathis comes up with a long defensive board. Bearcats the other way. He'll throw it ahead to Vince Mathis. Catch and shoot. Right wing three is going to be a little too long. Cameron Boyer got the offensive board. Kicks it out. Left wing Aiden Mathis. Over to Nolan. Now to Vince. Putting it on the deck. Head fake. Gives it on the right block to Gibson. Posts up. Puts it up and in. 22 now for James Gibson. 67-30. Lesterville on top. Less than 5 minutes to go. Bounce pass by Minor over here on the near side to Ryan Dempsey. Throw it on the block to Woolberg. Gets it right back from Dempsey. Floater on the baseline with the right hand. Does not go, but he got fouled. Got 5 different guys in white all around me, so St. Paul going to make some mass subs here in a sec. 4.5 and counting left in the ballgame. Free throws are coming for Ryan Dempsey. They'll sub after the first attempt. Dempsey had not been to the charity stripe yet tonight. He came into this evening having a struggle at the line, a little less than 43%. Unable to hit the first two. St. Paul as a team came into tonight with some struggles offensively, averaging less than 48 points per game. They shoot it at just 29% as a team and just 21% from beyond the arc. Some glimmers tonight, though, particularly from the freshman Devontae Minor. Second free throw splashed home for Dempsey. He gets subbed out, so now it's Garrett Dempsey as well as one other new player, Christian, I believe that's Christian Lapuson out there. Brakefield, Dumas, and Tanner Randolph are the 5 on the floor right now for St. Paul. Ball gets knocked that way out of bounds for Lesterville offensively, so we'll inbound here on the sideline. Bearcats starting to sub. James Gibson will sit down with 22 points, a game high, so it's Nolan and Aiden Mathis out there along with Avery Mathis. So here's a catch and shoot, right wing 3 for Nolan, doesn't go. Rebounds loose and tapped around. Avery comes up with it on the hop step, kicks out left wing. Aiden Mathis, catch and shoot, jumper doesn't go, too long. Loose ball tapped around. Isaiah Dumas tried to run it down along the baseline, couldn't come up with it. So you got 4 Mathis kids on this roster for Lesterville. 3 of them are out there right now. Nolan, Avery, and Aiden, along with Daniel Rhodes and Landon Martin. Nolan Mathis nearly lost his dribble, gives out left wing extended Avery. Between the legs dribble, now gives back over here near side of the floor to Avery. Catch and shoot opportunity for Nolan, won't take it. Throw it back over to Avery. Now to Aiden. Swing it here in the corner near side of the floor. Landon Martin. Back to Aiden Martin. Catch and shoot 3 from the top of the key. Will not go. Long rebound comes out over to Lapuson. He will bring it across the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Gives it off over to Dempsey. Now a crossover dribble for Garrett Dempsey around a screen. Give off on the wing far side of the floor to Lapuson. 2 minutes left to play. Back over to Brakefield here, near side of the floor. Head fakes, puts it on the deck with the right-hand dribble. Goes around a screen from Randolph. Floater high off the glass is good. Nice move to the bucket by Drew Brakefield. It's his first field goal tonight. He's got 4 points. And it's a 67-33 Lesterville lead. Here's a catch and shoot, right side 3 for Landon Martin. It's a little too strong. Brakefield had the board for a moment. Loose ball finds its way out to Randolph. The other way, Garrett Dempsey in transition for St. Paul, trying to get to the cup with his right hand. A little scoop shot doesn't go off the glass, but he did get fouled. And he'll head to the free throw line. A couple more subs are about to make their way in for St. Paul. Jake Flowers is going to get back out there. And a couple other different subs as well. Free throw for Garrett Dempsey does not go. We have a timeout called on the floor as St. Paul is looking to make a couple substitutions. They will talk it over here with 1:11 left to play. Home Pools and Spas post-game show is coming up here in just a few moments. We'll wrap this one up, talk to both head coaches about this one. Name today's player of the game, brought to you by Applebee's in Farmington. And hopefully have a play of the game for you as well, brought to you by the Doe Run Company. Coming up here in just a few moments. A reminder that you can listen to this and all our games online at mymoinfo.com, courtesy of Coles Tractor and Equipment in Farmington. Home of Atlas Tractors. Lead the herd, don't just follow. That's Coles Tractor and Equipment on Highway 32 in Farmington. Coverage of high school basketball on regional radio, brought to you in part by Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills, Twin City Toyota in Herculaneum, the UPS store in Festus, and Prairie Farms, Presbyterian Manor, and Serenity Hospice Care, all in Farmington. Second free throw for Garrett Dempsey is not going to rattle home, so he misses a pair. Got his own rebound, though. Pulls it back out left corner, takes a 3. It's no good, off the mark, and out of bounds on the baseline. One more sub coming for St. Paul. Tanner Randolph gets right back out there. St. Paul is about to fall to 3-13, while Lesterville will make it 3 wins in a row to get to 10-3. Inbounds on the right block for the Giants is stolen away. Loose ball leads to a run out. Going to the cup and laying it up and in is Miles Wynn. Senior gets to come off the bench, gets a big roar from the Black Bearcat faithful that have traveled here to Farmington tonight. That bucket makes it a 36-point game. Lapuson nearly lost it here on the left wing. They'll throw it in the high post area. over to Flowers. Has it knocked out of his hands for a moment. We got a whistle and a reach-in foul called as we're under 30 seconds and counting. And they call the reach-in foul on Landon Martin, I think. No, they get it on Carson Webb, who's into the game for first time tonight for Lesterville. Here's the free throw by Flowers. No good off the side of the iron. Final 5 seconds will tick away, so his second free throw is going to be the last play of the night. Free throw is up, and it will be splashed home. So Jake Flowers gets into the score column at the very least here as time runs out. And Lesterville rolls tonight as they've done much of the year. 69-34 win for the Bearcats over the St. Paul Giants. We'll wrap it up with the Home Pools and Spas postgame show coming up in just a second. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Sam from the Jefferson County YMCA inviting you to join the Y. Pay no joining fee in January, saving up to $100. Whether you're looking to get healthy, make new friends, or spend more time together as a family, the Y will help you succeed. Enjoy group exercise and water fitness classes for free. Try pickleball, swim in the pool, or walk the indoor track. Take advantage of our free wellness consultations, fantastic personal training options, free child watch for household members, and so much more. Call 636-931-9622, visit gwrymca.org, or stop by the Y today.
Tip is won by Gibson. Lesterville controls to start the evening on the boys' side of things. Across the timeline, Vince Mathis gives it off, left wing catch and shoot. Holden Loffman right away, splashes a triple. Back Vince Mathis for Lesterville. Here's Nolan Mathis with it across the timeline. Give off left wing, catch and shoot. Loffman knocks down another three. Holden Loffman red hot at the start. A pair of triples. Lesterville on top in the opening minute, 6-0. That was tonight's play of the game, brought to you by the Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future. And from that fast start, the Lesterville Bearcats never slowed down. They beat St. Paul tonight, 69-34, the final. We welcome you into the Home Pools and Spas postgame show. When it comes to family fun, there's no place like Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. Bearcats receiving votes in the Class 1 state rankings, improved to 10-3 with the win tonight. And we're joined now here on regional radio by the head coach of the Lesterville Bearcats, Anthony Caruso. Your guys got going early, knocking down some shots. I thought the biggest thing, though, that stood out was James Gibson, your senior forward. He's our Applebee's of Farmington player of the game, 22 points. He dominated down low in the block, and he really just owned the offensive glass. Every miss you guys had early, he was going to clean up and put back up and in.
Right. We don't award James enough throughout our games that we play. You know, a lot of our guards, they get a little shot happy sometimes, and we forget about James inside. And James gets a majority of his work on the offensive boards and stick backs, you know, so he gets the good stats. But, you know, tonight we saw a mismatch and an obvious opportunity to reward him tonight for all of his efforts that he's been putting in the season. And I hope that's kind of a kickstart for our guys to realize that, hey, James is going to be able to score around the basket. Let's throw this ball into him. Let's trust him a little bit more and get him more involved early, because that's a crazy stat. Our plus-minus efficiency when James is on the floor is ridiculous. James is we're like a plus 62 or something crazy. Yeah, whenever James is on the floor. You know, we've never been up by that much on anybody, but that's how the huddle guys stat that. So, you know, we love him on the floor. We love his effort and his tenacity, and he's an animal, and he had a good game tonight. Very proud of him.
Yeah, a balanced scoring effort for you once again, but that's something that you're used to, and I think you definitely saw the opportunity of what this offense can be with the inside-out game, with him being a force down low, somebody you can throw to as a post-up, and then spread 3 or 4 really good shooters around him. Holden Loffman knocked down back-to-back threes there at the beginning of the game for you, but even though you didn't hit a ton tonight, more often than not, your guys like Vince Mathis and Nolan Mathis and Holden, they're going to hit those shots. It's a matter of working the ball inside a little bit more.
Yes, it is. You know, we shoot a lot better at home than we do on the road. I love our home games, but, you know, that's the beauty of this team. We have 5 guys right now that are averaging double digits in points, you know, and we're not afraid to share the ball, create for one another, and, you know, there's a lot of trust there, and, you know, it's a special group. You know, these kinds of teams don't come around very often. Very blessed to be able to coach this group for sure.
And I imagine that you tell them as such, you know, you're a special group, but that means you need to do special things. And so you want to keep it rolling. 10-3 now. You got East Carter coming up on Thursday. And obviously, you know what lies at the end of the road. There are some terrific teams waiting for you, even just within your district. This is a team you could see in district play, but there's also teams like South Iron that you'll see that are exceptional.
Right. You know, our conference is pretty loaded. Everybody's playing well. I think East Carter went over to Clarkton and they won a tournament, a Christmas tournament over there. And then Bunker turned around and beat East Carter. You know, Bunker's an up-and-coming Class 1 team right now with some really good young talent. So, and then you have South Iron and you have Ellington, who has 2 prolific scorers on their team. Clearwater, who's won 6 or 7 games already earlier in the season. I mean, if I'm leaving anybody out, I apologize. But those teams, those conference teams, man, they're locked and loaded, and we're going to play East Carter on Thursday, and then we're going to turn around and play Salem, Class 4, who's pretty good. And then, that conference tournament rolls around. We're running through the grinder right now is what we're calling this part of our schedule. So
Yeah, Black River League tournament. We're really looking forward to being there for third place and championship games coming up. I believe end of the month, I think.
I believe it starts the 20th. I can't remember my days very well.
We will be there Saturday for sure for those third place and championship games on regional radio, and hopefully we'll be getting to see you guys match up with somebody really great. We enjoyed watching you tonight. Congrats on this one. Best of luck with the rest of the week and the rest of the season.
All right, take care.
That is Anthony Caruso. He's the head coach of the Lesterville Bearcats, joining us right here on the Home Pools and Spots postgame show. They are winners in a big way tonight. 69-34 is your final as they knock off the St. Paul Giants. Lesterville, we mentioned, led by tonight's player of the game, James Gibson. Player of the game is brought to you by Applebee's in Farmington. Doing good in the neighborhood. James with a game-high 22 points to pace the Bearcats. Holden Loffman had 14. Vince Mathis had 13. And 8 points for Nolan Mathis, rounding out for the scoring, significant scoring number for Lesterville tonight as they win their third in a row to improve to 10-3. Meanwhile, for St. Paul this evening, they dropped to 3-13. They've lost 3-11, excuse me. They have lost 8 of their last 9. They were paced tonight by freshman guard Devontae Minor, who had 12 points off the bench. And they also got a nice little effort from Ryan Dempsey, who finished with 6 points. They fall, though, tonight by final 69-34. St. Paul does to Lesterville, and we have the head coach of the Giants, Justin Ford, joining us right now here on regional radio. It's hard to keep up with that ball club, the way that they can knock down shots. Harder still, I would imagine, when the big guy inside, Gibson, is getting such great post position and is also cleaning up every miss that they get.
Yeah, I thought they played an overall really good team game inside out. And someday I was telling my guys, I'm like, hey, teams we're going to play, especially with the defense we run, they're going to have to play the inside out. And I thought they played a great game. What he had 22. Is that what he had? He had 22. Wow. I mean, he played a great game, and they're a great team. I mean, they're 10-2, and they made shots, and they got it inside. And you could tell why, they're on a mission to do what they're trying to do this year. And it was great seeing that competition as we get closer to district because they're in our district. So I was happy to see that. And overall, I know the scoreboard will say we got beat by 30, but I thought my guys competed. And I mean, they hit 3 after 3. I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, I can't even tell here. They got 6 threes, so that's crazy amount. And they're a good ball club. I mean, coach does a good job, and they've had a good program. And I was happy to see my guys compete.
Yeah, tremendous side that you got to match up tonight. And I thought, honestly, the way that Devontae Minor knocked down shots for you in the second quarter especially allowed you to get something going offensively. He's a guy who's closing in on double figures averaging so far this season. It was kind of funny to watch him. He seems slightly hesitant as a freshman, which when you got that much skill, if it were me, I'd take every shot. He's a team player on top of being a guy that can create. He'll do things within the offense.
Yeah, he's trying to do everything I ask. And he's a freshman, and, it's tough coming from middle school basketball and then ask him to come play high school basketball because the schedule's longer. We're 14 games in. Their season's done at this point. And now high school says, hey, we still got 12 more games to go, and for a freshman, you're looking at, I got to compete hard every night. And, yes, you have to compete hard every night. And if you want to be an elite-level player, and he can be, he's got the ability, you got to do it every night. And he's learning that, okay, do I be a team player or do I go score? And I say, go attack, go attack, go attack. Your teammates will thank you because it opens the game up for him. And that piece, he's learning that I got to attack, and then my teammates will get fed. And that's okay. We're learning. He's a freshman. We still got 12 more games to figure it out.
Yeah, and very interested to see how things go for you coming up this weekend. Calvary Lutheran Tournament. You'll start with Calvary Lutheran. Chance for you to score some nice wins there. At the very least, continue to build this program that, as you say, still very much in its infancy.
Yeah, we're 5 years old, and, any parent that'll tell you they expect things out of their 5-year-old, but they're not expecting their 5-year-old to be their 18-year-old. And I'm not expecting my 3-year-old to be my 7-year-old. And those are the things that, me and Andy talk about every day. He's at 8 years in the program. He's like, Justin, I'm ahead of you. You've been at it 2 years or a year and a half, I've been at an 8. And I'm looking like, yeah, that makes sense. My 3-year-old's like, Dad, I don't understand. My 7-year-old's like, yeah, I understand that. So that's where we're at it. And Calvary Lutheran's going to be good for us. I think it's a tournament we are going to match up well. I mean, we played Herky last Friday, and we played Lesterville, which are 2 really good ball clubs going into that tournament. And I like our chances to go in and not only compete, but I like our chances to go out and win something.
Thanks so much for having us tonight. We appreciate it, and best of luck coming up this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is Justin Ford, head coach of the St. Paul Giants, joining us. They fall tonight against Lesterville. 69-34 was the final here in high school boys basketball this evening at Thomas Gymnasium in Farmington. St. Paul did score a girls' win this evening. They snapped a 4-game win streak for the Lesterville ladies and defeated the Bearcats 62-54. Win that moves them to 500 on the season, 6-6, and a win that will, in girls basketball, at least in Class 1 District 3, shake things up a little bit, I imagine, and be something that folks react to there in the standings after Lesterville and South Iron have pretty much dominated that district the last couple of years in both boys and girls basketball. You heard us mention it. Lesterville, both the boys and the girls, are at East Carter Thursday night. Coming up, that should be a fun doubleheader there. And meanwhile, for St. Paul, the girls are back in action tomorrow night against Scott City, and then they will be at it Friday night at the Calvary Lutheran Tournament. St. Paul's next action is the Calvary Lutheran Tournament in Jeff City. They will take on the host Calvary on Friday evening. Our next time to join you for high school basketball here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream will be Friday night, as we take one more peek at the Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule. We will have a girl-boy doubleheader once again. It'll be in St. Francis County. It'll be in Frank Lane, Leadwood. The West County Bulldogs will be hosting the Valley Catholic Warriors. Big games for both the girls and boys standings as we get ready for conference play in the MAAA Small School Division. And that should be a massive game on the girls' side especially. We hope you can join us for it. Our coverage will start with the Fleets Equipment pregame show at 5:45. Tip-off for the girls' game at 6. Boys to follow later in the evening. It's coming your way Friday night right here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. There will also be St. Genevieve and Farmington basketball coming your way with coverage starting at about 7 o'clock on AM 800 KREI Friday night, or closer to, should say 6:45, Fleets Equipment pregame show before the Farmington Knight boys host St. Genevieve on Friday evening on KREI, and on J98 The Boot. We'll have some high school basketball as well. You can find the full basketball broadcast schedule still to come this week up on our website, mymoinfo.com. We thank you for joining us here this evening on the sports stream for this one. Our finals tonight, again, on the girls' side, Lesterville falls to St. Paul 62-54. Lesterville boys defeating the St. Paul Giants 69-34. The final on the boys' side of things. For my wonderful producer, Chase Sellers, who made the radio magic happen back in the studio, I'm Nathan Gertz. Thanks for tuning in this evening, and we hope you join us on Friday night for more high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. It's part of continuing coverage of high school basketball on regional radio. Until next time, so long, friends.
Let's check in with Josh Harris now at Midwest Sports Center in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and soon to be in Festus. Josh, the winter weather is here, but that doesn't mean there's still not fun to be had when you're dealing